our problem. So it's overflowing the water. So that was our problem. You asked that about the mentorship, but I don't have any information about mentor, whether it's going on or whether it's a stop, where I'm categorized. I don't know. I have no any connection. I don't know why.
Did you sign up, brother?
So
Hasim, did you sign up to the mentorship?
Yeah.
What was the topic?
Yeah,
of your choice? What was the topic of your choice?
I signed with Alexander. I contact with Alexander, like to mentor when we started first, but I don't know. I didn't get a response from him.
So is it scholarship? Is it business startup? Is it career services? What was your area of mentorship?
Mine was like business.
Business, okay. I'll follow up with that. But all mentorship services, we have a meeting every Friday evening on Yes Ethiopia Telegram group. That starts by about 8 p.m. So
okay,
whenever you wanted to know something about the mentorship service, please don't forget to join the Yes Ethiopia Telegram group every night, Fridays, starting from, I think, 8.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I will do.
So the agenda for today, as I said, this is session number 97. And the topic is how to engage with the diaspora, how to engage with the young people living outside the country. Before that, a teacher from Sakota, his name is Abebe, he sent a message. As you remember, last time I promised to call him and to discuss with him ways we can support the grade 12 students in Sakota. This area, the whole region have been experiencing conflict for a very long time. So for teachers teaching there, it's a challenge to motivate the students, to encourage them. And I promise that at least we can send some video messages, voicemail, and send some awards for students. Let's say if they engage in a question and answer session, you can buy them maybe a pen or exercise books, reference books as award, so that these students keep reading. National exam would be there in 8 months from now. So we need to help them. We need to find ways to keep these students studying. When we get a teacher who is engaging directly from the same school, this is an opportunity for us to intervene. This is a chance for us to help and to motivate students who should sit for national exam, in a very short time. So that's number one. Number two, again, about rural schools. My teacher from maybe you might have seen that on my LinkedIn profile. Teacher Marge from Seru Elementary School sent a video. He have been teaching in that school for the last 40 years, before I was born. He was really a very inspiring teacher. I know him. He's a very motivating teacher who was playing football, and there was a champion in our school, and he was also known for his really compassion in supporting and motivating the students. So in case you work with any NGO that's supporting rural schools, building school infrastructure and the like, please let me know. We are very happy to work together. We already have more than 7,000, 8,000 former students. We are forming an association, and we want to motivate the young people. We wanted to show to the community that we are here. We didn't forget our home. We didn't forget where we come from. For most of us, we have maybe started our career from a rural school, but as we study, we kept moving far and far from where we come from, and we didn't have the chance to help, and we didn't engage with our schools. And this is a chance, so please let me know. So the agenda for today, the major agenda is how to work with the diaspora, especially the young people in the diaspora. As you know, Youth and Education Support Service Ethiopia is registered here in United States, and one of the aims, one of the missions of Yes Ethiopia from the US side is to bridge partnership between Ethiopia and the diaspora communities, especially in the United States, and also to collaborate in effectively utilizing all the call for proposals, grant proposals, and also ongoing business and education opportunities. Right now, there is a call for proposals, which is close to $10 million from University of Nebraska Water for Food Center. Yeah, I feel sad because we didn't know that this call was there until the last 1 week. But still, we have time, even if it's only 5 days. If you have already a ready-made proposal, or if you, it's only 10 pages required at this stage. It's 10 million. Out of this 10 million, at least, 5 million, 3 million might be, committed to Ethiopia. So there is an opportunity, but we didn't have this strong community that's ready to engage in grant writing. So we are missing this opportunity. There are also other grants that I know, like when I just arrived here as University of Nebraska, there was a call for proposal from US Embassy in Addis Ababa, which was 63 million, and it was on community nutrition. I wish we applied. Still, we didn't have a very committed, well-established network of professionals, so we missed. And there are this kind of emerging grant opportunities. If we wisely connect with the diaspora, with the young people from here, we can work together. This is my agenda, so feel free to join, raise your hands, and comment. What should we do? Do you have any experience working with the diaspora young people? And yeah, I just saw teacher Abebe, welcome. I'll give you the chance to speak about Sakota. First, let's discuss about the diaspora. Any ideas, experiences you propose? I'm very happy to consider, especially I can present this to Ethiopia Board of Directors, and we are happy to work together. As far as you really understand the values of Ethiopia, what we stand for. Ethiopia is a political organization, so we don't engage in any political missions. We are also not specifically affiliated with any religious groups. We work across all the regions in Ethiopia. As far as we find the right partners, the right team to work with, people who are ready to start from small and work together, we are here. So yeah, the floor is open. What do you suggest? How can we work with the diaspora community? Feel free to raise your hands. I know I changed the language. I made it in English. Maybe it's easier for the diaspora people to speak. I'm kind of making life easier for them. So, Brother Kasi.
So, shall I take the opportunities to speak?
Exactly, because no one is raising their hands. So thank you.
Yeah. I thank you very much. I heard that the agenda is how to approach the youngest in abroad.
Yes.
I think one of the methods to approach them is just promoting ourselves. What is Yes Ethiopia all over the world? We have to promote ourselves. We have to sell our activities. We have to explain our efforts and our objectives, our mission to all Ethiopian or non-Ethiopian communities in the abroad. That's the one thing that we made. The other is we have to take the responsibility of people who have in Yes Ethiopia, a member of Yes Ethiopia may bring at least one members to Yes Ethiopia. This is what I suggest.
Thank you, Brother Kasi. Part of the promotion, is started here in LinkedIn, making the agenda myself, only because I made this topic as a topic for our weekly session during the past 3 days. About 7 people contacted me. Most of them are engaged in the diaspora topic within Africa, here in US, in Europe, and different parts, especially someone from African Union also reached out to Yes Ethiopia. So that's why we are setting the agenda. People follow agendas depending on what you discuss about, what you promote. People come and ask, and they join, and they start learning and listening, also engaging. So thank you very much for coming. Thank you, Brother Kasim, and all of you. So session number 97 today, we discuss about what should we do to engage with the diaspora, especially with the young people here in US, in Canada, outside Ethiopia, and different parts of Africa. So yeah, you feel free to raise your hands and discuss. Yeah, this is not an easy topic. Engaging with the diaspora requires a very good cultural understanding the needs of the young people here and there. Let's say in Ethiopia, the biggest issue is unemployment. Maybe for the diaspora youth, that might not be the case. No? Unemployment or career opportunities are not such a very big issue for those living outside Ethiopia, especially here in the United States. I don't see many young people reaching out to me asking for help. But still, there are few. And most of the young people that I know, those who live outside Ethiopia, they have this cultural priorities. They want to travel to Africa. They want to visit Africa. They want to work with Africa. They want to know more about who they are. They want to learn about their culture. As you know, the media, the social media, in general, the internet and all the news channels don't tell them the good sides of the countries and the continent. Usually, unfortunately, negative stories come early, and then it's really pushing people away. That's what they told me. Whenever they think about their home, whatever they see is more of a negative story than something that's encouraging. So most of these young people might have, emotional and psychological challenges. So they tend to avoid from engaging in this kind of things. That's what I have heard from my short time engagement here in Nebraska. And right now, here we are starting an East African community in Nebraska. We have an African community, but because Africa is very big, sometimes we said maybe it's a very good idea just to start from East Africa and gradually expand to the whole Africa in Nebraska, and then gradually East Africans in United States. I know it's a very big topic. It's not easy because of the existing political dynamics. But I'm very happy to listen to your ideas, your experiences. How can we start small, very small, and reach to the diaspora youth? Please share me any ideas and opinions, and I'm happy to listen. I know language by itself is one barrier. We also need to be trained, and we need to push ourselves if we want to engage with the diaspora. We might need to speak their language, because even if they are born from Ethiopian families or from Kenyan or from Somalian families, maybe they don't speak the language, So it's a bit the challenge, but well, most of us are trained in English, even if our English is not that good. We should be confident in, speaking the best we can, and also invite people from abroad to join our discussions and to engage with me. And yeah, this is what I have to say. Let me hear from you. ቤት ውስጥ ያላችሁት እስቲ ምን እናድርግ? አሁንም ወደ አማርኛ እንዳልመልሰው እየተጠነቀቅኩ ነው። ዛሬ ሙሉ በሙሉ በእንግሊዝኛ ማድረግ ነው የፈለግኩት እና the stories we repeat end up being our culture። እና እዚህ ቤት ውስጥ በጣም ብዙ ጊዜ በአማርኛ ስለምንነጋገር እኔ ራሴ አሁን የኢትዮጵያ ቤት ውስጥ በሌላ ቋንቋ መናገር ካይንደ ያሳፍረኛል ምናምን። ሌላ ቤት በእንግሊዝኛ ተጋብዤ ብገባ ነው የሚቀለኝ ማለት ነው። እና because we set this stage like this, but yeah, from now on, let's also try a little bit in English. ችግር የለውም፣ እንሰባብረው፣ ወገቡን ይሰበር፣ ምንም አይሆንም። ማዕት የሚያሳምሩት ኮሬክት የሚያደርጉ ሰዎች ስላሉ እንግሊዘኛ አይጎዳም፣ ብንጎዳው ማለት ነው፣ ብንሰባብረው እና so let's do our best. Let's discuss in English, and raise your hands, brother Theodros. Thank you. Yeah, I just opened. You can speak.
Good morning.
To the forum.
Thank you. Thank you. Good morning, everyone.
Morning,
good afternoon.
brother. Welcome to the forum. I think you are new, right? Have you been here?
Yes, before? I'm new. I've been following you for the past few years.
Oh, thank you.
But I'm new. It's my first time. But
yeah, please go ahead.
I think it's an interesting topic, and it's something that it's been needed, I think, for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up in Addis, but I moved to the US, New York, about 20 years ago. I came when I was 14, so most of my life I've been in the US. Uh, but nevertheless, I always think about Ethiopia, right? A way to contribute, a way to make a difference, give back to my root. But one of the things, even though, right, a lot of us are professionals in LinkedIn, connected in some way, right, one way or the other, but we haven't really found a platform on a small scale, not on a big scale, but small scale to be able to connect and contribute. So at least my suggestion would to create a form where, maybe in a smaller scale, small group, to start asking people's interest, what they would like to do, because everyone's different, right? We all from different background. By trade, I'm a software engineer, so I could probably find something that I can contribute around technology, right? And then someone else might be in healthcare and others might be in different industries. So at least if we try to start pulling people where their passion is on a smaller scale, that might be beneficiary to kind of to the bigger agenda, right? But at least if you started in a small scale, you're engaging people where their passion is, rather than keeping it broader to like, if you ask me to say, hey, I want you to help this school with something, I might be able to donate money, but maybe that might be the extent of what I could do. But if you ask me to say, hey, your background is in technology, is there anything you could do? Maybe once a year travel to Ethiopia for a month, teach students or something, people who are in high school or in school, I mean, in college or university, right? Those are the things, at least personally, that it's my passion and something I can contribute. So at least I don't want to, go and rant about it, but at least that is my thought around that. But it's a great start. I'm more than happy to be part of it. So that's all I have to say.
Thanks so much, brother. Very helpful, and we are happy to meet you also because it's your first time engaging with us in this platform. And part of the aims of this topic, this agenda, is to bring together people who are passionate about the topic. And thanks also for giving me the hint about how to go forward, like starting with the need assessment. I just noted that. For sure, I will start, documenting what are the topics where people would like to engage, and then how can we utilize their expertise and their passion. And third point, most welcome to Yes Ethiopia. We are really actively looking for people like you, people who have been here, people who have been exposed to the culture outside the country, to mentor us and to show us the ways how to engage. I come from Ethiopia. I've been teaching at Hawassa University for more than 10 years, and I'm deeply into the higher education sector in Ethiopia. And the biggest thing I have in mind is how to support Ethiopian university graduates. So when it comes to the diaspora, it's not the area of my strength. So I should learn from people like you and those in Ethiopia Forum. So yeah, please join us and work with us. So if I ask you like, how's your engagement in different this kind of non-profits or the different initiatives? Are you part of any volunteer groups? And can you work with me to be to the point?
Yes.
We are looking for people. So
Sure.
yeah, please come in.
Sure. Absolutely. Yeah, sure. I'm not engaged with any organization.
Nice.
But I'll be more than happy to help. But I just wanted to at least give you some. I'm full time. I work as an engineer. I'm also doing my MBA, so a little bit of busy schedule. But I'll be more than happy, at least on Saturday, to be able to spend some time with you, engage, see where I can support. But I am definitely more than happy to help because it's been on my mind, right? I mean, one way or the other, we always wanted to do something.
Yeah.
for, for our country. And I would be more than happy to set some time aside to work with you.
Thanks so much. I'm also going to school, so we're on the same page. I'm also doing a PhD here at the University of Nebraska, and
oh, great!
just starting
Congrats.
my research now and exploring the way out of school. So in the meantime, you can also guide me with the next steps. And yeah, thanks so much. That's why we have this forum. We really wanted this one-to-one connections and then start from very small and don't give up and continue. That's how we reached session number 97 non-stop. We've been really meeting every Saturday. At this time we're here, and thanks to God, so far we are sharp to the point. We didn't miss any sessions except 1 or 2 holidays. So yeah, we don't ask more than like 1 or 2 hours per week, and then for sure we'll try to match with your biggest passion, the questions that you have been looking for, where you wanted to engage. That's how we work in Ethiopia. We start from the biggest priorities people have in mind, and then we build on that. And Ethiopia have all the, the requests. People, our young people have different kinds of passion. Some of them are technology and software engineers like you. Some of them, they already started a business in Addis. They hired 10, 15 engineers, civil engineers or software engineers, and they are looking for partners and senior people to connect them with the global market. So yeah, thank you for taking the lead, and for sure we'll reach out to you. So keep coming every Saturdays whenever you are here. Don't be shy. Most of us in Ethiopia, we are Aina Far, if you know the language. So we don't speak much. So
yeah.
So thanks for jumping in and for sharing with us. And for sure, I'll make the need assessment form available in a short time.
Sure, absolutely. It's a pleasure meeting you all.
Thank you, brother.
So I'll mute and listen in. Okay.
Sure. Thank you.
Thanks.
ሌሎቻችሁ ቤት ውስጥ ያላችሁት again we are discussing ways to work with the diaspora, ways to utilize from the Ethiopian and African diaspora communities from US, from different parts of the world. So our brother Theodros just said start from the need assessment, and he's happy to engage with us. Brother Kasim also said we need to promote ourselves. We need to tell where we are and what we do. So this is one of the ways we tell our story. Blaine, go ahead, my brother. Blaine, Lalo. Salilo, sorry, Blaine Salilo.
No problem. Chigarilo.
Go ahead.
My name is Balaina Saldo. First of all, I would like to thank you for creating this, LinkedIn, platform to bring, like-minded people or all over the world, Ethiopian, together.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, this is my first time to be. It's not my first time to be here. I was here last time with a different topic, I guess, but I wasn't fully engaged. Yeah, today's topic, as someone who grew up in Ethiopia, born and grew up in Ethiopia, and moved to United States like around 7 years ago. I know, the Ethiopian student or user experience, and as well as here. And I'm always been looking for, as Theodros said, a platform that I can, make a difference, make a contribution in my area of field. And by the way, I'm a student as well. I am attending San Francisco State University in San Francisco in a social work, ultimately to become a licensed clinical social worker. And also I am working in a mental health organization where I am working as a residential service specialist Basically, I do assessments. I don't do clinical therapy, but that's my ultimate goal. So yeah, so I have been engaging with such thing, with social issues, mental health, substance use, um, all of those things. So I, pretty much something. So I want to share as well for Ethiopian use, in Ethiopia or here in the United States or around the world. So yeah, it's very interesting to see this group as well as I really hope to see a very organized platforms that will enable tailored support for youth, based on their based on their what they want to learn, what they want to know, what support they need, what's their issue, what problem. There are a lot of problems out there. So each problem is need tailored or a specific solution. It can be in education sector. It can be in financially. So yeah. So in short, I'm really interested into more of the social issues like mental health, substance use, uh, treatment, all of those things. I'm also pretty much I know um, about unemployment, like how to make, for example, resume. Resume make a difference. Having a good resume make a difference. So I have been learning how to have those kind of things. Where through my experience working as well as school. Yeah. So yeah, currently I'm also beside working and going to school. I am also doing my internship um, through a fellowship at the city and county of San Francisco. That also give me some idea about mm, more idea about what really is social issue, like for example homelessness. When you talk about homelessness, is related with so many things. So yeah, I'm happy to share my experience as well as what I know for other people, and at the same time I really want to learn from others, as I use what their experience is. So yeah.
Thank you so much, brother.
Yeah, appreciate it. I hope my
Yeah.
English is still a barrier for me. I got here. I came to the United States when I was 19 years old after attending for a year at Waldia University. I was in engineering major, but once I got here, I changed my mind. Yeah, still in a process, but it's still a barrier for me.
Thank you, brother. So yeah, language is of course a headache for most of us, and me coming to US, I thought my English was best. So within the first few days after I arrived here, just pronouncing my name became a very big vocabulary. Like telling them Fakadu, I have to repeat it 6 times, 8 times, and start to spell them. When spelling Fikadu is not enough, still people don't get it. So I have to say F like frog.
Yeah, I feel you. I'm having the same issue.
I mean, it's
I have to say it every
I'm
time.
saying this to encourage my fellow Ethiopians. Well, in our world, in an Ethiopian approach, well, whatever, you might be fluent, but what about your name? Alemayo, especially my last name, because usually people address you in your family name. To spell Alemayo, even myself, it took me a lot of time to learn to say A like apple, L like lion, yeah. So just let's be uh, like confident enough to take the steps to be corrected, and to speak. Above all, we care about the topics that we talk about. The subject matter is not about the language fluency. Rather, it's about what are you passionate about, and then try to communicate that. And brother Blaine, I'm happy that you came on board and speak, because health science, general mental health nowadays for Ethiopia is a very big issue. All these ongoing conflicts, the economic pressure, and unemployment, a lot of social issues. And so there are a lot of health science professionals in this platform. social work, people who learn from your experiences. Yeah, I've seen you in the room. I think 2 or 3 weeks. You are kind of quiet listening there. So you are still shy.
Yeah, I think yeah, I give priority like listening than I think speaking. Um, speaking is the most important part of my social work field as well. But even in my class, I'm kind of like quieter, but I try to speak. Um, yeah,
Yeah. Same here.
I
It's the
listen
same
more. I
story.
gain
We are
more.
Ethiopians, after all. Our culture, of course, we are not all the same. Some of us personalities are different. Also, the topic should be really like engaging. I can see now this topic is very interesting. Teddy joined for the first time, and today you speak. And so we are also exploring, that's why we encourage people to just take on board and discuss, because once we speak, we can identify who is here and who is passionate about what and how we can utilize the people in our forum. So thank you for joining and for sharing your experience. My brother
Yeah,
Yoni, I think Yoni, if you can speak, I know you've also been here active in emotional intelligence training and how to engage with people. And Yoni, I would love to hear your comments about what should we do to engage with the young people from the diaspora. If you can speak, that's why I really like sent you the invitation. Yoni, ትችላለህ መናገር? Are you listening? Would like to hear your tips. Any guidance you give us, like now our brother Eddie said start from the need assessment and engage with people and ask where they can help. It's really like a very important, and promoting ourselves, and also utilizing like the comment given by brother Alaina, just engaging people and see, especially unorganized way of taking action. Yeah, sometimes I feel that like Ethiopia is not doing what we have to do. It's because all these things require really a time commitment. For me, especially leading this thing, doing a PhD and even like being here every week by itself is a challenge. And we are working on our internal capacity building, exploring grant opportunities. We might hire people to full-time work on this thing. At this stage, no one is really working full-time. That's also a challenge for Yes Ethiopia, because if you don't give it time, missions don't grow. And to give it time, you need to have really the resources to do that. And I wish I commit full-time here, but my kids should also go to school. So I hope you guys understand. Yes, I'm giving this comment to Balaina. Like we are not such a strong institution. Trust me, we are working towards that, and we didn't stop from being really self-critical and try to improve our engagements. So, brother Jonas, yeah, I know you've been very active in the topic of emotional intelligence training and organizational, individual, personal, and institutional growth. So, what do you advise us? What should we do to engage more with the young people in the diaspora? The people in the room might not know you, so tell them who you are, and then any comments you give to Ethiopia.
Okay. Good morning. Thanks, Vike. Thanks for inviting me. Good morning, everyone. My name is Jonas Hagos. I live in Nashville, Tennessee. I came to the U.S. In 2016, almost 8 years ago. I graduated in Urbana University back in 2007, and have been in Ethiopia working on different energy, water, wastewater projects, and I studied in the Netherlands also. In 2014, I finished that. I went back home to work on projects, and then finally I came here because my wife was here. Now I'm working as a project manager for water wastewater projects in the consulting firm, and I also have I founded a small firm called Immonte Leaders Corner. I teach emotional intelligence, leadership, and project management. The interesting part is I also mentor the Ethiopian youth in the US, because in our church, we have young students like born here or raised here, and then I help them, with communication with their parents, because there's a gap in communication with parents. The parents say something, they tell them, oh, we came here and then we're, cleaning whatever, and then we were engineers in Ethiopia, and then we're here for you, and then the kids don't understand it. There is a miscommunication. So I also help them to better understand each other and communicate each other. So it's a good way. I think one way to really help the youth in the US is having experience for maybe connection. Try to help them to join this kind of platform so that they can see, they can have experience, they can know about Ethiopia. As Fikir said, it's not only the bad side of Ethiopia, but also the good side and the rich history of Ethiopia. And that way they can learn it from their peers, the same age Ethiopians, so that they can understand each other. Sometimes there is a gap in communication when their parents told them something. They feel like they don't understand each other, because the teenagers. But if you communicate with the same peers in Ethiopian peers, I think they can learn more. They can share experience from Ethiopia and then the US or other European countries. So it's going to be very helpful for them. They are so excited when I told them, like, oh, you know what? I just started driving here when I was like 32, a car. What? We start driving when we're 16. Well, yeah, lucky you. So, you have to be, don't take for granted. We came here, and then we're trying to strive. We're trying to be better. But you guys have the opportunity, so you just have to take that opportunity and can be better. So really, we can share experience with them. They have a lot of things that they need to know about Ethiopia, how we came here, and then also the people in Ethiopia also can learn from the people here, the young diasporas here. So it's going to be a lot of sharing experience, and then this platform can really help uh, bridging that gap. I feel like there is a gap. So thank you, Fuke, for organizing this, and I'm willing to help, mentoring and assisting and sharing experience, because I came from Ethiopia, from the rural area, and then I'm here, so I kind of saw all the stages of life, right? So I can share my experience. I can learn also from others. It's just a learning process. You learn from other people. You share your experience. It's going to be continuous learning, self-awareness, and helping each other, so that we can be better as a community.
Thank you so much, Brother Yoni. Yeah, those of you who don't know Jonas have been really one of our very big supporters here from US. He's based in Nashville, and we didn't meet in person. I feel like I've already know Yoni a lot. And he traveled to Ethiopia, and he had a meeting with Yes Ethiopia Addis Ababa team. He gave them a training, 6 weeks online and then in person. And the energy and the acknowledgement I got from the Yes Ethiopia team from Addis Ababa was like beyond my expectations. So thank you so much, Brother Yoni. Now he also volunteered to support Yes Ethiopia, the global office. Just because of time overlap and being busy, we didn't have the time to meet. But Yoni is also now part of the leadership team from Yes Ethiopia. He's supporting and mentoring me and like Shenafi and all the key Yes Ethiopia members and volunteers. So thank you, Yoni, and keep up, especially the emotional intelligence training. Before I took the training, I never thought like I had all those major gaps in my emotions and in the way I see myself and the people around me. These emotional intelligence trainings, if given like with people like Jonas, people who understand cultures and who understand also different sectors and where people come from, can really, really impact, especially your personal life, issues that you don't get training about how to engage with your relationships, with your children, with your workplace, with your close friends. It can be for your marriage and the like. It's a very, very, very important, and especially to recover from trauma and this kind of things, emotional intelligence, even to prevent it. So, Brother Yoni, keep going. But I have one question. People might ask, how can I take this training? Uh, do you have like an ongoing training right now? Can people sign up and maybe take the training or work with you? We do speak a little bit about the Montel training.
Yes, thanks, Vicky. So we gave, actually it was interesting. I gave a training to different groups intentionally so that to see how effective it is. So I gave one guy who has a PhD in physics who is working in NASA, and then another people, medical doctors in Ethiopia, and then social workers and nurses. So there were like 7 people. So it's amazing how we don't really know about ourselves. We don't know our strength. We don't know our weaknesses. What's our value? Why do we get mad? All these emotions? It comes from our background, from when we're with our childhood. But it was amazing how to see how the smart people, like the medical doctors, the nurses, the physicians, they have we have lack of communication. We have, especially when we come from Ethiopia, we don't know, nobody told us how to be emotional and how to handle our emotions. So it's very interesting. And then I'm giving a training also to water professionals here in the US, water leaders. I have a training in November 14 and 15, but it's going to be in person. But I started a TikTok online training. Actually, it's going to be today afternoon. But if you like follow me on LinkedIn, I'll post some schedule. There will be a lot of free trainings that we can share so that I can make you aware of our emotions, because I think I heard Balaina was talking about when I came to the US. I have been working with Germans and Dutch in Ethiopia. I was a university lecturer, and then after that I have been working with German, Dutch. So I have kind of experience to talk louder and then to be vocal. But when I come to the US, they still have been asking me, when I say Ethiopia, they would say, "What, Ethio who?" So I had to repeat, Ethiopia, or my name Jonas, or that. So one thing I learned when you are talking in English is we thought that we're loud, but you have to speak louder. So you have to say, "Hey, good morning." For us, it seems very loud, but for the English speakers, it's not loud. English is normally a loud language. So we have to practice that so that they can hear us. It's not the matter of accent, by the way. If you see Nigerians, they learn English from first grade. Their accent is very, very thick. Indian, their accent is very thick, but they can say whatever they want with confidence. Ours, I think when we grew up, when you speak English, you consider it as like "gurenya mnamen." So you feel that. So you feel that you are shy. Even they tell me like I'm shy. Now I'm in the project management leadership, so I have to talk louder so that they can hear me. So we have to take that pride. We have to take that confidence. We have the knowledge, but we have to speak louder and clearer. And then we have to take the steps really to the language is very critical, especially when you're coming for a PhD, for a master's. If you're living in Ethiopia and working in NGOs, we have to be vocal. They have to listen to us genuinely. By the way, in the US, some of them, they don't hear us. Like one time I said, "What's your religion?" I said Orthodox. Like they couldn't understand me. It's called Orthodox, so such things, it's confusing. They're not disqualifying that. They can't hear it. Like when I say Orthodox, they don't get it. So I have to say Orthodox. So I have to train myself Orthodox. So such things, we have to just practice. We have to take this, the steps to be better. But coming back to the emotional intelligence, I'll post some schedules. I have a website. It's under my bio on LinkedIn. So we're gonna start working on posting on my website schedules for training, so that we can share experience, and probably soon we will come also to Ethiopia and then do another trainings. Okay, so yeah, well, let's help each other please come with whatever experience you have. Come to US Ethiopia and share it, because you might think it's easy for you, but you have no idea how many people just really needs to hear your practical experience.
Thank you so
Thanks.
much, Yoni. So yeah, I also encourage people to follow the TikTok pages, because there are a lot of people nowadays. The TikTok platforms are growing very fast, and a lot of young people, especially if you want to impact on the young people, there are a lot of them. LinkedIn is a kind of for most senior people or people who are already aware of how to use the social media. So thanks, Yoni, for being here and there, especially on LinkedIn. I mean, on TikTok is where we need a lot of intervention, because this platform, some of the people abuse it, and we need to reach out to people and then, make ourselves visible and reach to the young people. And thank you, Yoni, for doing that. For sure, I will also join on TikTok when I have time. So what's your common schedule like? The most common days you are on TikTok? What time, which day?
So for now, we just started a kind of introduction to people. Saturday, I think it's Saturday at 1 p.m. Central, but that's just to see how people react. But we're gonna change it soon. So we stay for like 3 hours on Saturday. So it's gonna be after this, but we're gonna change it since it's gonna
Very good.
interact with Yes Ethiopia.
Thank you so
change the
much. Thank you, Yoni, and very good opportunity. So yeah, those of you in the room, work with Yoni, engage with him, and take his training. I'm very sure you'll benefit. Because I benefited from this kind of training. And overall, this life skills and personal leadership training is one of the reasons why I'm motivated to start Yes Ethiopia. So I am a witness about how much it benefits. So some people might just say, you take a 1-day training or a half-day training and it's over. No, it's not like that. Right? Emotional intelligence, this kind of personal development trainings require a lot of consistent investment on yourself and being trained and get guidance from people who have the experience. Yeah.
Yeah. And then if you have any,
Katel, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, if you have any questions, you can ask me on, especially on LinkedIn. I'm very active on LinkedIn, and even now, if you have any questions, it's amazing how we should really focus on ourselves. By the way, emotional intelligence is not just managing emotions. It's really knowing your strengths, especially as Ethiopians. We undermine our strength because ጉረኛ እየተባልን ስላደግን, it's like we don't talk about strength. If you really have a strength, you have to say it. You have to be vocal about it. Of course, weakness, we have to also manage our weakness. So it's just really knowing our values, our weakness, our strengths, and then after that, managing our emotions. How about managing other emotions, understanding emotions? The final ultimate goal is really to have a better relationship with people. As Fike mentioned, it starts from our house, parents, spouses, and then it goes to workplace. When we're in the universities with professors, when we're working with subordinates or bosses or supervisors. So it's all rounded. It talks about self-awareness. It talks about self-management, social awareness. So it's really it covers everything. The core thing is communication. How do we listen? Active listening. So it's a lot. I'm very, as you can hear me, I'm very, very passionate about that. I really believe that I'm successful because of that, because I know there are very smart engineers, more than smarter than me, but I am moving forward because I focus on myself. And you have to focus on yourself. It starts with you, and then you can help other people. So just join me on LinkedIn, and then let's help each other. Let's share our experience. Thank you, Fike.
Thank you. Thanks so much, Yoni. Yeah, those of you in the room, feel free to raise your hands, ask questions, share experiences. The topic of discussion is how to engage with the young people in the diaspora, and what can we do to, take advantage of all the opportunities we have here, also in the country. And yeah, feel free to share what you do. You don't have to be specifically about this topic. So when you share, when you connect, we learn what you do and how to work together. So go ahead, Kalkida, and others also, you can raise your hands.
Hi, Vicky.
Hey, welcome, Kalkida.
Hi. Hi, everyone. So I just want to share my experience with emotional intelligence and
Thank you.
especially workplace communication.
Yeah.
So as a trained social work and master's with social work and international development, I was able to work with different international organizations. So it was fortunate that last week I got a chance to train some new users to this country. I live in Atlanta and working in the international organization. So I just get a chance to train around 15 users who comes from around 12 or 13 countries. So the main purpose of that training was how to excel with effective communication at workplace. So one of the component was like emotional intelligence and cultural intelligence, which is very important because some newcomers like us, like migrants and refugees in this country, as my brother Jonas says, there are very smart people, but excelling in communication is very important to succeed, especially in the US system. So having an effective communication in the workplace is very important, also in a school system and in everywhere, in a personal and professional area, like effective communication, understanding people's emotion, social intelligence, and cultural intelligence is very important. So I just want to share some highlights on this, and I'm sure my fellow Ethiopian brother and sisters here will understand if they got a chance to work in any of US or Europe-based organization. Our communication at workplace, communication is very broad. It's not only about like the face-to-face communication, even the email communication, the communication in our meeting, the communication with subordinate and supervisors and colleagues is very important just to make way forward to our career. So I just really can agree more with you and also Jonas about this topic because now is in the era of communication. Though we do have a technical competency, though we have a knowledge, we make sure that we are really, really aware of our communication style, our communication effectiveness, emotional and cultural and social intelligence is very important. So I just want to share that last week, exactly on Saturday, those people who are coming from certain countries, some come from Afghanistan, Ukraine, South Sudan, Somalia, and more like countries. I was getting a chance to train those people, and they have been sending by their organization, and my organization helps them to give that training because of some success record with workplace communication that has been done through McKinsey study and related studies. How effective communication is very important for someone who grow potentially vertically to their career. So yeah, I just want to share this, and please keep your good work, Jonas and Fike. I really appreciate, and I'm really happy to support with all the time and the potential and every corner I can be in help of. So thank you, Fike.
Thanks so much, Kalkidan. Very happy to hear about your work and also the possibility for partnership. My brother Jonas is a very good starting point. I think you two have a lot to share. I don't know if you already work together or if this is a good opportunity, to join hands and enhance our impact. And yeah, I'll also reach out. I didn't know that you're, engaged in this area, so I just noted and I'll for sure follow up. Now we are trying to map resources, like trying to know who is doing what and where, so that whenever opportunities pop up, you reach out to each other. Right now, there is a grant, a call for proposals, which is 10 million. It's from University of Nebraska, Water for Food, and it's targeting irrigation sector. But from my experience, irrigation areas, there is a lot of conflict, upstream and downstream, water use related conflicts and the like. It's where this topic of emotional intelligence comes in, where the topic of, conflict resolution and, win-win solutions and how to maximize resource utilization and trying to, understand each other's needs and priorities, So it's good to know, and I'm happy that you spoke. So my brother Jonas, I hope you know Kalkidan or get to know each other, and yeah, we'll have a chance to engage more. Hey, Yoni, go ahead.
Thank you.
Hey, Cal, thank you for yeah, that's inspiring. So I just sent you a request on LinkedIn. So let's keep in touch. I think we have a lot of things in common that we can work and help our community. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jonas. I really appreciate that. So those of you probably on this call, if you are based in Atlanta, so we are working on some program. It's an opportunity. So I just want to share this opportunity for anyone who's based in Atlanta. There is a civic pathways leadership program that we give a grant for those who are interested, and because the program really helps like refugee and immigrants who wants to be a leader on their profession or in the community to train to the leadership. So that's a great opportunity. I was one of the alumni for that. And there are people coming, like I have one Ethiopian person who was trained on this path. So it was such a great leadership development program. So those of you, if you are interested, and maybe also Jonas, if you're also interested, someone in Atlanta, especially Ethiopians and Eritreans, they can be part of that. So I am on that committee, the selection and training committee. So I really appreciate to use the chance to promote and just to be part of that great program. So it just gave a lot of opportunities in their career. So just I want to share this opportunity to say that. Thank you so much, Fuke.
Thank you, Carl. I will also share. I thought you and Jonas know each other already. I didn't know that you don't know each other, so it's a very good start
I think
now.
You give us a bridge to know each other with Jonas with this. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Fuke.
Happy that you connected. So I will also share the opportunity you just mentioned. Is it public? Is it something we can put on the out there?
Yes. Yeah, so this training, like this leadership training, takes like almost 8 months, but it's only like because it's based in Atlanta. So the cohort is already started last September. So the second cohort will start around April and May, but it's good to get prepared for that. I will share to you the link and everything that you can put on it. So our brother and sister can use from that opportunity.
Thank you so much. Yeah, please do. I'll share it. There are a lot of people following from all over the US in Ethiopia forum. So I'll share it, and thank you for letting us know.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, my brother Mikhail, it's your chance. Please go ahead.
Good evening, everyone else.
Welcome, brother. How are you?
Welcome. Thanks a lot. So, Michael, I think I'm the only person who'll be who's gonna be attending this meeting from the east, the Far East. I mean, I'm from China.
Wow.
And yeah, I know it sounds
beautiful,
crazy. Yeah. So first and foremost, I would love to ask a few questions. I just joined, lately, and I couldn't get the actual reason of this meeting. But apart from that, as Kalkidan and Mr. Yonas have mentioned previously, I tried to understood that there is a community gathering so that we can improve our interaction. I think that's what the topic is, right?
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. So the thing is, I would love to ask some questions, like not that solid questions, but is this committee or movement? I mean, is it only the diaspora inclusive who live in the United States, or is it a worldwide initiative or committee or group? That's my first question. And then if well, if it allows us or other people who are outside of the United States, what's going to be our role? For example, I'm doing my master's degree on port shipping technology management and engineering here at Ningbo University. And the reason why I have chosen this course is because it's it's clear that our country is a landlocked country, and then we have to figure out these kinds of things, and then we need more professional people on this subject matter. So I would love to do something from my country, like just as a random person, I would say, not as a professional, because I'm yet to be become a professional, but there's still time to go to make it happen. So what could be my role in this aspect, and what can you guys do for these kinds of situations happening, like right now, what we are seeing? Like, there are so many cases that we can raise. So this is my question. And then if there is anything that I can help from China, because I heard something, I don't know, somebody just mentioned that there is going to be an irrigation or irrigation related thing to be done or implemented to Ethiopia as a project, right? If I'm not mistaken, Mr. Fakado, you there? Yeah, so we have many manufacturing companies here in China. I mean, I would say, I mean, China is among the best manufacturers in the world. The fact that there are many companies who uh, do not actually require some of the standards that the other countries have, but as well, there are many international companies who are very accredited and very well known. So we can stick upon those kinds of companies, and then we can integrate, the interaction, or we can do as many things as possible. So I would love to be part of this movement, and if there's something that I can help with, I'm down. I'm open.
Thank you, Miki. Very, very interesting question, and very happy to hear that you are here from China. So that's what I was telling before I start this discussion. Like now we live in the same kind of house, in the same room, even if we are far from each other. So geography is no more a barrier in the way we engage, and just about finding a common ground, a common passion. So from the question you asked, this Yesitopia platform have been ongoing for the last 5 years on LinkedIn. Even the live discussion is happening every week. This is session number 97 for you to understand. Every Saturday between 9, 10 Midwest US time, it's like 6 p.m. in Ethiopia. We discuss until 9 or 10. And we are here majorly targeting young people and education. This is youth and education support service. This is the mission. It's a formal entity registered as a non-profit in Ethiopia. It's also registered here in the United States. And we are working across wherever Ethiopians and African communities are. So you are welcome. We have a team in China working on mentoring young people who plan to study in China. They have started their own platform, and they are meeting and gathering students, guiding students. So it's open for all. The first question, it's like, you don't have to say, oh, this is only for US. No, only because we are based in US, a lot of people know us. So you might hear a lot of story coming from the Western side, but everybody is welcome. And we are aiming to work with all Ethiopians, all Africans, whoever is willing to work with us. We are non-profit. We are not a political entity. We are not affiliated with any political or religious groups. We are a non-profit here trying to build professional brotherhood and sisterhood. So we are not, really pushing any specific agenda except helping our brothers and sisters and working towards our common passion. And your role as a young person can be, the first thing for us is, what is big for you? Where do you want to reach? Your success, when you are successful, when you reach your goal, you could serve Allah. So the first thing is like me, for example, I'm doing a PhD in leadership studies. Yes, Ethiopia is my biggest passion. Whenever I meet people, this is the agenda I put on the table. This is the way I wanted to influence my country. Within Ethiopia, we have employability programs, helping young people to get job. That's the first thing. The major target of Yes Ethiopia is helping university graduates to get job. As much as possible, we say no one should spend a day idle. At least they should work free service. Whoever is willing and able to work should not spend a day idle. At least they should work a free service, or because work doesn't mean always getting paid, or the amount of money we give you might not be really how much you contribute. So people should keep working. That's number one agenda for Ethiopia. You could work from home, you could work face to face, you could volunteer. There are a lot of ways people can work. The second thing is supporting study abroad within country studies, PhD and master's programs. And the others is business startups, young people who have their own businesses, how we can help them to grow. And the third is about like career mentorship, career training, life skill training, personal development training kind of things, non-profit, volunteering, giving services, working in their communities, in the schools, maybe in the church, in the mosque, wherever they think they can fit in. Also, this kind of platforms bringing together the people from different parts of the world, professional associations, and building professional brotherhood and sisterhood through weekly engagements and professional mentoring program is ongoing. We also have book writers group, which started very recently after I published my book. Now I am mentoring about 89 aspiring book writers, those who start their first book. Now we are in week number 5. So that's how you engage with us. Now you have to pick your biggest passion. Where do you want to engage? Do you want to help people to get jobs? Are you here to mentor? Do you have business ideas? And do you plan to maybe start your own business? Are you passionate about grant writing, research? The proposal which is open from University of Nebraska Water for Food Center. The deadline is 5 days. It's 31st of October. Unfortunately, we came to know this late. This is investment on irrigation and water technology related in East Africa, feed the future countries. So if we had strong community earlier, this is an opportunity to work together. That's what I was telling, like there is a chance, but we don't have a strong professional group, which is well established to take emerging opportunities. And so, yeah, you can help us in any of the areas I just mentioned. You can also propose an idea, and the room is open. You can even become part of the Yes Ethiopia executive team. You just need to first understand what we do and then align it with your career mission. The door is open because this is a non-profit. We are helping. We are here to be, useful to our brothers and sisters, my brother Michael. So I hope you understand a little bit, and then feel free to ask me more. You can also discuss one-to-one if you have specific questions. So
sure.
Is it clear now? Like, so every Saturday we meet here, and then mentorship meeting happens on Yes Ethiopia Telegram group every Friday evening, and we have.
Sure, I'll be getting the link.
Yeah, I can send you the link to the Telegram.
Sure.
And trust me, right from now, a lot of young people will reach out to you and then say, I want to study in China. How do you go there? Like, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But when it's like it's not only doing their classes, it's beyond that, it's being dropped on an ocean. Like it's a very big country.
Yeah.
It's I would say it's like 8 or 9 times of Ethiopian population. Like geographically it's very big, so how can we tighten that kind of situation to make or to ease the problems that our country mates face? That could be a good approach to help other people. And apart from that, as you've just said, there's the irrigation stuff. Well, I'm really interested on that. since it's like helpful and then it's interesting concept or term that changed the direction of our agriculture. So maybe if there are some sort of things that I have to um, I would say prepare or arrange, like from the logistics perspective, from outsourcing perspective, I'm ready to go for it. And then if there are some informations that you guys need, from factories here from China, um, I'm ready to go and to support you guys. So I would love to be even one part of the initiative, if possible. And that's it. And thank you so much for having me all. Thanks a lot.
Mickey. Yeah, I have one question, like a short question for you. What is the biggest thing you want to achieve? Do you want to start, let's say, are you interested in maybe starting a business of your own, maybe start a consulting firm, or looking for, where do you want to go? Let's just know the direction of Mickey. And then so that we ask you a question which is in line with what you want to do, where you want to grow. So can you add a little bit, like, what's your passion?
Sure.
What do you like
Sure.
to do for yourself?
Sure. Honestly speaking, it's pretty tough to decide. We never know where life gets us to. So
Yeah.
for me, I have my own personal goals. I want to achieve, in different kinds of investments, or I'll say a kind of portfolio investment. I want to be a portfolio investor. That's the end goal. I know it's kind of tough, but there are some sort of requirements that I need to have to fulfill before reaching that level. So
it's
I
good to
think
know
it's
for me. It's good to know your
yeah,
direction, because people in this room can help you, makes that happen. We have seen how businesses grow from ideas and reach to the level of hiring 10, 20 people just in this platform during the past 2-3 years. So for sure, I'll discuss with you maybe one-to-one, and then have a kind of clarity about where we can utilize your potential and also help you grow.
Sure.
Thank you, and happy to have
That's
you from
acceptable.
China.
Yeah, I know it sounds strange, but
so can we say now we have an ambassador in China, Mickey?
I have no idea. I mean, I
Yeah,
can't
you
promise
can.
that,
You
because
already did. You
I'll
already
try
did
to be. I'll
now.
try to make it happen.
It's just
but
what you say.
Yeah, I'll try to make it happen.
Thank you. So see you every week.
Thank
here.
you so much.
This time we are
Sure.
here. Yeah, thank you so much.
Sure. All right.
Okay, Rakik. Yeah, happy to see you. Go ahead. The floor is yours.
Salam እንዴት ናችሁ? Hi.
Welcome.
Thank you. It was great to hear you all, and I just want to say nice to hear you, Mickey, saying where you are, and you're happy to collaborate, or maybe even talk. So I really would like to talk to you about manufacturing possibilities, particularly on electronics manufacturing and some pump manufacturing, which might be a bit related to agriculture. So please, I just followed you on LinkedIn. Please get in touch if possible. We can have, I would like to arrange and have a chat with you.
Sure, that's possible. I'll keep forwarding your request.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Kay.
Yeah, thank you. Mickey, Rakik is big. She do a lot of very big technology and energy investments, and she's an emerging entrepreneur. So I'm very sure you have a very important contact here. So please go ahead and start connections. Alam, you can continue. Hello, Alam. Alam Isamahat, can you hear me? Yeah, go ahead. Rakik, I think, Rakik, it's good if you really speak a little bit about what you do and where you are because a lot of people
Okay.
might not know. I know
Okay.
you, so.
All right. Okay. Thank you. Just to say what I wanted to say is, I was just going to ask the irrigation opportunity that you've mentioned. Are you able to forward
Yes,
something for me?
we
Do
can
you
do
have
it
any?
now.
Yes, please.
So it's a PDF file. It's a call for proposals. This is from the Feed the Future Water
Yeah.
for Food Center here at the University of Nebraska. It's a 10 million grant call. A single proposal can be up to 800,000 American dollars. And this was open for really long time. Unfortunately, it came to my attention only during the past 1 week. And I posted it on LinkedIn, also in our Telegram group, for people not to miss this opportunity. If you really have an idea and work on it, really, you have 5 days from the deadline. The deadline is on October 31st. And the request for application is only 10 pages. That would include like a summary about your organization. It can be done. It's realistic. I really encourage you to try because I know you're already into the business of like energy and water. And yeah, can you access the Ethiopia Telegram group? Or let me see if I can send you here. I'll try to inbox you here the PDF.
Yes,
file.
please.
Just have a look at the call for proposals, and you need to target like one of the 5 categories of funding they announced. And yeah, there are very big opportunities to win, because from my information, a lot of people didn't see this call. And on the Ethiopian side, there are no like proposals submitted until now. So I did place this thing on my LinkedIn. Also, I just sent you the call for proposal. Let me know if you need any support from my side.
Yeah, I will have a look and get in touch.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, best wishes. Thank you for coming. I'm sorry, I think I think I'm out of there. I was trying to refresh and I left the room. I have to rejoin. Okay.
To join the energy sector early, specifically on the solar energy sector. I have been working in different working environment, private companies, then a little bit NGO, I think for about a year, and then governmental organization with German government, GIZ, but then quickly got back into the private sector, and I was able to start a solar energy business in 2016. And before that, I have before that and simultaneously, I have started a few other businesses, which quite a few of them have failed, and 2 of them have succeeded. So I can say a little bit more focused on energy, because that's what I have mentioned here. So yeah, as you know, yet until now, as I speak, about 65 million people still don't have access to clean electricity in Ethiopia. They are living, their main access to energy is biomass or using kerosene lamp when kuras as a main source of light. They had to walk miles to charge their mobile phone. Agriculture is done mainly on rain-fed. So electricity has been really one of the big limitations for Ethiopian industrialization. It has been and still now. So Green Scene Energy, which is a company that I have founded in 2016, we are able to electrify about 20,000 homes mainly with a small solar home system, solar lights, you know, a little bit with, you know, TV access, with irrigation access, with solar water pump systems, and so on. Recently, we are moving into mini grid sector. So instead of small solar lights, we are building a kind of solar infrastructure so that we can, people can connect, villagers can connect into a mini grid to have access to solar lights and, you know, to run their businesses with, just like how we are accessing energy. We're doing that. We're also at the moment working to have to have a joint venture with international companies so that we can do solar energy for like minings who are at the moment using either generators or not using at all, or any commercial and industrial applications, including people, including companies, organizations, or individuals who are suffering from weak grid problems. When I say weak grid, you know, it's, you have grid access, but it's not reliable grid, just like how we have it in Addis, for example. So because of that, your businesses are affected by it, or even day-to-day activities are affected by it. So for commercial and industries, both in weak grid and also who does not have access to run their agricultural businesses or mining businesses or any other industries, could have access to the solar energy. And then that has been needed, but the main problem of accessing solar has been financing problems. As you know, because of recent changes happening in Ethiopia for the foreign currency availability and just general economic reform happening, investment has been coming. So hopefully our joint venture should be established, you know, before the end of this year, December. So yeah, we're moving into commercial and industrial. At the same time, we are also looking forward to have like electronic manufacturing. That's why I mentioned Mickey earlier, to be able to have our own factory either in China or in Ethiopia. That would be our best wishes, to have a, you know, a factory in Ethiopia for small lights, so that all households, that's our vision, all households in Ethiopia have at least the minimum clean energy access to at least have a light and at least be able to charge their mobile phone, so that they can have access to internet and communicate and access anything on their smartphone. As you know, phone is the penetration of phone is far faster than the penetration of electricity in Ethiopia. So if they have a phone, then if they are able to charge their phone, they are able to access what we are accessing today. So we would like to resolve that problem by having manufacturing the smallest possible solar lights in Ethiopia, or starting in China, moving towards Ethiopia. So with this vision in mind, we would like to be partnering with people like Mickey and, you know, all of you, all communities who are on Yes Ethiopia. Thank you for the opportunity, Fikado, like for me to express what we're working on.
Thank you so much. This is so inspiring. I love what you do. And I'm very sure a lot of people in this room, they are learning from what you do, and they are exploring ways to work with you. And what you just said, giving access to the minimum electric source for people in rural areas. I came from a very small town. I feel what you say, like I lived it when I was in high school. I was studying using Kuras for my national exam preparation. Fanos was luxury, So now getting charger for your phone can be one of the most biggest needs for the farmers in the villages, because they get information in contact with the market and with the families and get updated on different news and, so educational materials. So what you do is strategically beneficial for Ethiopia, especially for the voiceless marginal communities. So yeah, please keep up doing what you do, and feel free to use our platform to come on Saturdays and share and connect with potential partners. And yeah, I'm grateful that you're here, Barchi. We are happy that.
Thank you.
Nice. Alam, it's your turn.
Okay. እንዴት አመሸህ?
እግዚአብሔር ይመስገን። ዌልካም ወንድሜ።
ኦኬ በተወሰነ ትንሽ አማርኛ ልበልና ከዛ ወደ እንግሊዝኛ እገባለሁ። እንዴት ናችሁ? በጣም ደስ ብሎኛል። አክቹዋሊ ኢትዮጵያ ውስጥ ነው ያለሁት። ደስ ስላለኝ ነው ፕሮግራማችሁ ጆይን ያደረኩት።
እሺ አለም
እና አመሰግናለሁ። ኦኬ ፎር ዘ ኢንተርናሽናል ኦዲየንስ አይ አም አለም ሻምበል ብናልፈው I'm based in Ethiopia, and I'm a lecturer of journalism, public relations, and strategic communication at Ijga University, Ethiopia. But when I'm, hearing and attending this session about the diaspora issue, there is one thing that, as an itching, okay, in my mind. What is that? How we can build the social capital. Okay, the social capital, as you know, that most of you can understand that it is very important to win and to extract and finally to achieve, our mission at the end of the day. So human being is very important. And my intention is that, as Al-Kidan from, I think, Atlanta or somewhere, she said that on regarding culture. In my understanding, Mr. Fakadu and others, sisters and brothers, I have one question. How we can deconstruct our cultures for this job before, everything. Employment skills, entrepreneurship, leadership, and other, I think it's become saturated, okay? But we didn't bring a change. So first we need to break and reconstruct our culture toward this job. Because culture is the big elephant in the room. So we need to change that. So this session or this attendees or the target publics, I think we can bring a change, because we are living in overseas, and some of we are here, and we can collaborate each other virtually or physically, and to bring a commonality, let us change the country. I think that is my understanding, because I'm a communication expert. I'm teaching cultural communication, digital public diplomacy, public relations, communication, organizational communication, and other. Most of these are human science, so a little bit professionally I can understand. And now I'm working my PhD at the University of South Africa in state communication and crowd management. Just achieving such degrees or receiving high, accredited degree as a special assistant, it is good, but unless we can bring a change at the ground, and unless we can understand what is going on under the benefit of the team, how we can bring. So in order to bring that change, in my understanding, let us change the culture that we have. We know that, most of you know the culture. How we can build the public trust. So such issue is very important for me, and if there is anyone like Al-Kidan and others, especially from the communication and conflict management, cultural issue, and other areas, if there is such person professionals. I'm here and I'm ready to work with you in a good manner, and I'm very committed and passionate. And thank you very much indeed. That I'm very happy with your session. I'm very motivated. Keep it up. Thank you for that.
Thank you, Brother Alan. Thank you for joining, and thank you for also raising the most important question about culture and ways to build public trust and social capital. These are very important and things that require strategic short and long-term interventions, because changing culture is a very slow process. It takes time, and we need your constant engagement with us so that we start small and and then try to make things happen from really the, like, let's say the community, the people engaging with us right now, and start from here and within our own circle and then grow slowly. And yeah, I understand. I feel what you're saying. Yeah, we need to be a little bit strategic and then work together, because it's not that easy, right? I'm very sure I understand. Changing the culture, work culture, or whatever, it takes a lot of work. And even the basic employability skills training, let's say how to write a CV and a job application, by itself is really challenging us, because even if it sounds very easy, very simple, a lot of people, a lot of young people don't get it. They fail exams because of how they write their application later. So we need to work systematically so that we address the very immediate practical needs, in the meantime, the strategic needs of the society and the root causes of the topics that we discuss about. So yeah, I'm very happy that you are with us. So join every week, and then let's maybe have an agenda about it and go from there. Partly also because today we are discussing specifically how to engage the diaspora young people, how to work with the diaspora, right? So that agenda might require its own place. So I'm very happy to give you a time when you present maybe a starting place for us to work with you and to work on this topic. Yeah, because it's a big topic, it needs its own separate agenda. Because today I specifically wanted to talk to the young people in the diaspora, because usually it's us from Ethiopia. It's like we didn't really fully engage the young people from here. I know there are a lot of Ethiopian community, the diaspora all over the world. And the second generation young people, they are not the same as their parents. They have a different culture exposure. They have a different, standards and different opportunities and challenges. So I specifically wanted to hear, in relation to the diaspora, what should we do? What should we do better so that we effectively engage with the diaspora community? So yeah, those of you in the room, please raise your hands and join. And if you are the first time comer here, we also want to hear from you. Or if you have been here earlier, please guide us. We want to work more on engaging the people outside the country to engage with us, to work with Yes Ethiopia, and give a better service for our community. So Alam, it's your chance. Your chance now. Go ahead. Sorry, Emmanuel. Dr. Emmanuel, you can continue. And the others can also speak. Dr. Emmanuel, go ahead. Emmanuel Makonnen, can you hear me? You open your microphone. We cannot hear you now. You didn't open your microphone. Or ሌሎቻችሁ ቤት ውስጥ ያላችሁት. Yeah, let's discuss this agenda for the coming 10 minutes, and then we'll change the topic because we also have other agendas, and we'll come back again. From what I saw, we need to discuss more about my brother Theodoros earlier said we need to make a need assessment. That's a summary of what we have been discussing. Have a clear need assessment and promote our work. Also, like identify where people are passionate to help, and so come with a concrete plan so that people have a way to engage continuously. And my brother from China also said, there are people in the Asian side also would like to engage with us. And when we think of the diaspora, there is a very big market, there is a very big potential, and we need to really utilize the opportunity and give a room for everyone. And so those of you who would like to add, I'm happy to give you the chance. For Ethiopia, I already took the assignment. Especially identifying the needs and register, and maybe make a group of people, maybe people working on grant writing, let's say, and research or development, business ideas, and others who would like to maybe help by going to Ethiopia, to Africa, and then give professional services. Others might work on fundraising and supporting the financial side of like the missions. We work with the young people, cultural issues, and also being our advocate and being our focal person in different parts of the world is one of the ways you can help us. Wherever you live, can be within Ethiopia, outside Ethiopia, starting from within your home. You can be an advocate and a promoter of Yes Ethiopia. People need to know who we are and what we do. How do we make these stories told? You are our biggest support. First-hand information, telling who is Yes Ethiopia, what do they do, how we can work together. This is very important. And to tell the story, you need to know. Like today, I discuss about the diaspora. This doesn't mean Ethiopia is working only on diaspora kids, okay? So try to understand the big picture of what we are doing and why we are doing what we do. And also come with ideas and experiences. We are very happy to work with you. And Dr. Emmanuel, I cannot hear you. Can you open your microphone on your phone? Yeah, you might leave and join again. Do you like to say something?
Maybe what I didn't say was I also live between Addis and the UK. So we have opened Green Scene also in the UK. So I don't know if people want to collaborate in the UK as well from the diaspora community. I just want to say that, but also maybe to support Yes Ethiopia from the UK side. If there is no representative yet, I would like to collaborate people in the UK to have a representation of Yes Ethiopia.
Thank you so much.
I don't know if that is something that.
Thank you. Yeah, we have someone, not that much really big representation. We have 3 or 4 people. Dr. Wagene, he is in Ireland, I think. And also there is another person called Salamawit. I think she's in UK. It's also another contact around London, but it's not that strong. We still need more people who have a clear, personal institutional agenda. In that case, we remember each other. Let's say now you have Green Scene Energy, and now you have your own big mission. Now we can see where our missions align. Once we make that linkage started, it's easier to keep going. There's a lot of people that I engage with. Just some of the people, didn't have a clear agenda. When people don't have agenda, it's very difficult to work together because they can forget you anytime. That's what the challenge I'm facing. People come forward, and then when they engage with me, they didn't have a clear agenda. They didn't have a clear understanding of what is Ethiopia, also even what they want to achieve in their life. Then we end up forgetting each other after 2 weeks, right? I think a minimum of 10 or 15 people contacted me from UK area, people who showed interest and passion to work together, but they didn't come back. My understanding is that these people didn't have maybe a clear agenda, or Ethiopia might not be like the best place for them. But honestly speaking, the major missing link is that people didn't have a clear focus in their life. That's why people like we start and we stop, we start and we stop. Even attending this forum, like I know people like you are very busy people. It's not easy to be here every week. But the others, I see them like in other platforms, just engaging in just ordinary discussions. And if they had a mission, they could continue working with me. Let's say Jonas, for example, was sharing with you. Me and Jonas, we have a very strong connections because we share each other's passion and we have a common ground. So it's very important for people attending this session. Just try to find where do you fit. Ethiopia works on employability areas, business, startups, scholarships, like personal and professional development, free services, and also professional networking, mentorship, book writing. Where do you belong? Are you a kind of a business person? Then come with a business agenda. Are you within academia? Then join the mentorship and then this career cultivation areas. Are you in a non-profit sector? Then just work with Ethiopia. There are a lot of ways, but yeah, Adara, just have an agenda, and it's very easy to work with me. For example, someone just wrote about the diaspora and peace and conflict. That's not Ethiopia. Okay? የዲያስፖራ አስተዋጽኦ በሰላም ላይ ምን ይመስላል? የኢትዮጵያ አጀንዳ ነው። for you to understand አንድ ሰው በውስጥ መስመር ስለጻፈልኝ ነው። ይህንን ለምን አትወያዩ? ዲያስፖራው ሰላሙ ላይ ምን እያደረገ ነው ያለው? ነው that's for politicians. Okay? ቦታ አለው። አጀንዳ ሁሉ ነገር አንድ ቦታ አይገባም ማለት። እኛ እዚህ ጋር የምንሰራው የስራ እድል፣ ቢዝነስ፣ የትምህርት እድል እንደዚሁም ደግሞ ሜንተርሺፕ፣ መጽሐፍ፣ ልምድ ልውውጥ፣ አብሮ መስራት ነው ማለት እና ሁሉ አጀንዳ እዚህ ውስጥ ላይ ገባ ይችላል። ለምሳሌ ስለ ፖለቲካ ወይም ስለ ሃይማኖት እዚህ ቦታ ውስጥ አይሆንም። እሺ፣ በደንብ እንድትረዱ። ከዛ ውጪ ከኛ ጋር ለመስራት በጣም ቀላል ነው። አጀንዳችሁን ግልጽ አድርጋችሁ ከመጣችሁ እኛ ፖለቲካ እናረግም፣ ሃይማኖታዊ አይደለም፣ የበጎ አድራጎት ስራ ነው የምንሰራው። ለምንሰጠው አገልግሎት አናስከፍላችሁ። እዚህ ቤት ውስጥ ለምታደርጉት ውይይት ክፍያ የለውም፣ በነፃ ነው አብረን የምንሰራው። ቀስ በቀስ ግን ይሄ ውይይት ወደ የጋራ ቢዝነስ፣ የጋራ ፕሮጀክት፣ የጋራ ኢንቨስትመንት ይወስደናል። እዚህ ጋር ትረስት ቢውልድ እናደርጋለን። ወንድምነትና እህትነቱ እዚህ ቤት ይፈጠራል የሚል ነው እና በዛ ከመጣችሁ በደንብ አብረን እንሰራለን። ግሪንስን ደግሞ አሁን ለምሳሌ ረቂቅ ወደ ቻይና እና ወደ ዩኬ እየገባች ነው ያለችው። አሁን እድል አለ አብራችሁ ለመስራት ማለት ነው። እዛ አካባቢ ፍላጎት ያላችሁ ሰዎች ኢንቫይት ተደርጋችኋል። ወርክ ቱጌዘር። ቴንክ ዩ ረቂቅ ስላስታወስሽኝ አመሰግናለሁ። እና ለሚ ነው ፍላጎት ያላቸው እንዲህ አይነት ፋሽን ያላቸው ሰዎች ካሉ we're very happy to engage.
Excuse me, do you mind if I raise some questions?
Yeah, go ahead. Feel free to ask.
I hope I'm not እየተሻማው እንዳልሆነ
ቻይናን የሚያገር በአንድ ሰው ወክለህ ነው ያለውና
no, there are many people who represent, honestly speaking, እንደው opportunity ስላልነበረ ነው እንጂ
go ahead. ደስ ይለኛል።
Okay, so yeah, you make it very brief, like it's crystal clear that we are out of like some religious and political stuff. እዛ ውስጥ አይደለንም። እኔም አንደርስታንድ እንዳደረኩት ግን on top of that, what is the structure like? I mean, what is the basic structure of Yes Ethiopia? I would love to know this.
So Yes Ethiopia is like a registered non-profit in Ethiopia and here in America, in the United States. And we have a non-profit structure which is led by board of directors. So the office in US, for example, have its own board of directors. We have 7 people auditing the quality of Yes Ethiopia, giving strategic directions and advising us so that we are true to our mission, right? And then you say something and you do the other. Like ብዙ እንደዚህ አይነት ነገር አለ. So here in the United States, we are called 501c3 status. It's like, this is a non-profit ID we have. So it's a non-profit which is not directly making money and then paying to staff members and the directors of the organization. Rather, we are here to support the missions of Yes Ethiopia. The sister organization is also a non-profit registered in Ethiopia to work in all the regions of Ethiopia. Still, this is a board-led non-profit. We have 7 board members and 2 operational people. No one is working full-time. I am working as a PhD student. I also have my own children and the like, but I support Yes Ethiopia like to the best of my capacity whenever I have time. So it's open for people to work with Yes Ethiopia. The only requirement is to accept Yes Ethiopia as a non-profit, non-political, and non-religious entity. It's very difficult. As you know, we live in a very volatile country. The political dynamic change directions. The wind is here and there, challenges our emotions. Sometimes our brothers, our families are under, big threat and political pressure. It's very difficult to be neutral, my brother. But
yeah, that's right.
we have been registered. We have been registered as a non-profit, non-political entity. So we have to be true to the document. Doesn't mean that I don't have a political opinion, but
opinions are opinions apart from opinions. Like
I don't reflect it in Yes Ethiopia. Let's say what I discuss is now people want to discuss what's the role of diaspora in the political or peace process. No, this is not Yes Ethiopia.
Very good. So on top of that, does it have structures, that run different kinds of groups? For example, you've recently mentioned that there are business opportunities, journal writings, publishings, and mentorships. So isn't that tough, like, to manage all of these bunch of issues at a time? Why don't we have why don't we have some sort of group or a team that give responses for every single issue? For example, if there are business related issues, then we can have a team that is responsible for business issues only, and so that those people who are working under the business consulting team can be responsible for the questions that are going to be raised by any external parties or members or whatever you call them. And for people who want to do research, and the research team will gonna I personally think that we have to subcategorize the issues according to their own nature, according to their own the department. So it would be better for the company as well if we have maybe 5 or 6 kinds of different kinds of groups, so that we can handle different kinds of issues in different kinds of ways with specific professionals, so that we can give a very clear answer for the questions or for the requests that are going to be raised. That's how I believe. That's my opinion. I don't know from the company or from the NGO. I don't know what you guys are up to, but that's how I believe.
That's correct. That's right.
Yeah.
What you said is right. And, sorry for interrupting you. This has been ongoing like for 5 years now. My only problem is that we are not hiring and paying anyone. And we have started all these things and people come and go. That's the only challenge we are facing. People, at the end of the day, commit to where they are paid. Myself, I commit to my full-time job and my PhD study, right? I wish I give it more time, but given the lot of scenarios at this stage, we just kind of keep the ball moving without structure. We have a mentorship group. It's a bit structured. Doesn't mean there is a leader and there is a secretary and there is finance. No, but there is a work to be done. This is ongoing. And we also have a group of book writers. These are people writing their own books. No accountability. We only ask you to join if you're interested. Now it's week 5, and the book writing would end by the end of the year, the Ethiopian New Year. And then it's like a new mission. You can join that. And the business one is the weakest, because people need to come with their own business ideas and then help it grow. We have 1-2 successful businesses like Elder Technologies. I don't know if they are here. Like we support business ideas. We are not owning a business. That's a very challenging. So people who have business ideas should come forward and use this platform. Trust me, that's the weakest part of what Ethiopia is doing indeed, because it really needs more structure than the others. The scholarship support team, which is under mentorship, is a strong. We have very good stories there. Still, it's done without much structure, just by passionate people who commit to their cause. So yes, Ethiopia demands you to own what you do, and we don't audit and like ask you why you didn't come to the meeting, like why you didn't do this, because this is a free service. You give what you'd like to give, and I would audit if I pay you for the time you commit, and that's why we're kind of a little bit. Now the 10 million grant we are missing. That's why we opened the Yes Ethiopia American office. It's only 1 year. We know we are a little bit not there, but trust me, engage with us. We are kind of moving in that direction. Even we are thinking to pay. That's why we are applying for grants. Once we win the funding, we start hiring people. And I might also give full time to grow this thing. But trust me, there are work to be done. We value one person, let's say, Miki. We target you as one person, and then we do our best to solve the problem you are facing today, or just to be good friends with you, and then build that trust. We are not here to take advantage of anyone, right? We are not selling any agenda, and we are not thinking about how much money you have in your pocket. You know?
Exactly, because trust is the biggest asset that we have right now.
And we are, and from if I tell you what Ethiopia did during the past 5 years, trust me, last time I started writing a report, it took me a lot of time just writing our story. We have a lot of stories. And we want to encourage people to do this because even without having a clear structure, without paying anyone full time, just like committing 1 or 2 hours a week, you could change the life of someone. Like last year, you might, because you're here new, like 3 students came to Israel. Someone was not able to go to the embassy because they don't have a flight ticket. To buy a flight ticket, they need $40,000. This guy don't have that money. And we raised this like in 24 hours. For us, it's nothing. But for this guy, it's his dream. He worked to have this. It's only 24 hours remain. He don't have a flight ticket. And the embassy is not giving him a visa, right? And the Xenon, it doesn't look like we are doing something, but if we count how much impact we are making, I can say we do impact compared to people who hired 5 or 10 people who have an office, who are investing a lot of money. We invest time and energy, and we are kind of making a comparable impact. But we don't stop. We don't stop here. We are coming, and we need your support for it. That's why
I'll try to do. I'll try to do my best.
First, that's why I asked Miki, what is your big mission? I know, because if we don't connect with your big mission, you'll forget it. Okay.
That's right. That's right. So, if supporting people is going to be, I mean, the first mission, then I'm ready to go for that. And next to that, I want to forward some comments to Ms. Rekik.
Go ahead. Yeah.
I hope you're there, right?
Knowledge. Yeah, I think she is.
Yeah. So I heard that she's been she raised some topics like that are related to getting some solar panels that are really very productive and helpful for the rural community of our country. And I believe that it would be better if we can plan some factories, and then if we can take some manufacturing companies back home from wherever they're located, whether it's in China or in the United States or the rest part of the world. Because we can hire people from our community. We can raise the economy. We can contribute the GDP, and then we can establish, and then we can even like invite some kind of opportunities for youngsters and for new emerging, students.
Yeah.
So that's how even like the Asians, like specifically, that's how China, I would say, lead the Western technology step by step. They started taking the biggest companies market. They build the factories, they brought the technology, and then they taught their kids and the youngsters, and they invested a lot of money. Even if you see in the United States, I would say one of the top universities in the Ivy League students, or some of them are Chinese students, and these people, they spend a lot of money to pursue a good education from I would say from one of the best countries in the world, And the reason why is that it's because they still, are craving for technology, for developments, so on and so forth. So I think we can do the same approach. We can bring the same technology what the Asian people did in previous, even though it's kind of tough, but we can do it step by step, because slowly is the fastest way of achieving your things that you want to achieve. So my suggestion could be, if possible, if we can invest and if we can plant the factory back home, I think we have the greatest and the best economy in East Africa. None of the 6 countries do not have the GDP, the population amounts, and even the culture and the tradition, the customs, and so on and so forth. So we have great, culture. We have great opportunity. We are the heartbeat of the East. I would say the African community. So we have the best asset. I think if we start using the same approach that China, Taiwan, or other Asian countries have done, there's not any possible way that we can reach to that kind of economy or situation. So I think we still have the chance, and I'm so glad that you have chosen me to be one part of your project, and I'm so glad for that as well. And I'd love to say thank you so much, and I yield the floor back to the chair. That's how we do it.
Thank you. Rajik, do you like to comment? I love this guy.
Yeah.
I like your mindset, brother.
Yes, thank you, Mikhail. This is really what I love to hear. It's so encouraging to hear you. Really, that's how I how I imagine. We have simply. I'm talking about like light in everyone's house. Is really. I feel like it's a human right. Every time I put my children into my bed, I read them a book. When I stayed in one of the rural household, just like how Fikadu said, I grew up in Addis, I was born in Addis, but once I started working, I had a chance to travel, really getter, but I'm getter. And I love staying in their cottage houses. At night, they use kerosene. In the morning, when I sniff, ንፍጤን ስናፈጥ ጥቀርሻ ነው የሚወጣው። Imagine ከእያንዳንዱ ህፃናት የሚወጣውን። According to WHO, indoor air pollution is the 5th killer. So for me, I like to read a book for my children when they go to sleep. It's such a simple thing, and it's not easy if they want to. Our የገጠር ቤተሰቦች. It's hard for a child to study, to read at home. It's hard for them to have like a normal coffee ceremony and just engage in the evening with a kerosene light. So I want every household to have that simple light. And you know what? It's not difficult. We have designed it. We know that we are able to manufacture it. We sent a sample design in China to be manufactured, and it came back, even though I have never visited China. And I love to come and see you and visit and then like plan something. And the same thing is happening like in the world. There are about 700 million people who does not have that access to electricity. And out of those, 600 million of them is in Africa. and the world is manufacturing for us. They take, main resources to manufacture this electronics comes from Africa, and then it's processed and then sold back to Africa. And this 600 million household in the next, 10, 20 years is going to benefit from it. And why not Ethiopia? We have the resources, we have the people, we have the graduated young youth in Ethiopia and in East Africa, in other East African countries, of course, but we can start from Ethiopia to be able to manufacture it, use it for the 65 million people, and then expand it to, the rest of Africa, which is, as I say, 600 million people. So, the potential, the market, everything is there. So it's like we can benefit our youth. We can, through employment, through learning, everything is there really. There is resources, and then we can sell it. The demand is also there. So I think it's hard to think, we're a small company, a team of 20. How is that possible? But I think it's possible. Let's have our own drop. And I love to have this, to take this conversation with you. And then, of course, all of you here, 22 people or 35 people, 25 people listening, please spread this word. It's not easy to talk positive. It's not easy to envision, to imagine, and to spread such a word. As Adu said earlier, it's easy to talk politics. It's easy to talk problems. But the challenge is to talk this. We can benefit our own youth if we can spread this word, because we need people like Mickey, like all of you visionaries, to help us. Because I think about this and then I start working on it, and then I go back to zero. It's like we have designed, we have sent out to manufacture it, and then we don't have people to help us at some point. Like ተስፋ መቁረጥ ግን like people like you can always push us up, and I don't think ተስፋ መቁረጥ ያለብን አይመስለኝም. Together we can do it. But every drop, even sharing this idea online, supporting us, liking our idea whenever we post, that has really a big impact. And thank you, Mickey, for saying that. I definitely get in touch. Thank you for sharing, the vision. And ይሆናል በማለት በጣም ደስ ብሎኛል. And let's do it together. Thank you, ፍቄ.
በጣም ደስ ይላል.
Welcome. I appreciate Mrs. Regi, and as well Mr. Fakadu. በጣም appreciate አደርጋለሁ. ነገሮችን happen እንዲያደርጉ ማድረግ መቻል ምክንያት መሆን በራሱ ይሄ ትልቅ ነገር ነው. honestly speaking እንግዲህ እኔ በግሌም ያልጀመርኩት ደፍሬም ያልሰራሁት ስራ ነው። ግን I think ሁላችንም every single person has የራሱ ሮል አለው ብዬ አስባለሁ። ያንተ ሮል ኢኒሺየት ማድረግ ነበር፣ ኢኒሺየት አድርገሃል። እኛም ደግሞ በሚመለከተን በሮላችን የቻልነውን እናደርጋለን። I hope everyone has its own የራሱ እንትን አለና ያው ኮምባይን ማድረግ ነው። I think በየአይነት የሚጣፍጠው ኮምባይንድ ሲሆን የራሱን አይደንቲቲ ይዞ መጥቶና I'm a big fan of በየአይነት። ለዛ ይቅርታ እንግዲህ ለዛ ነውና keep in touch ለማንኛውም
በጣም አሪፍ ሚኪ፣ እናመሰግናለን። ዛሬ ገብተህ በጣም ቤቱን ሞቅ አድርገዋል። ሚኪ from China now. Well, we don't want to miss you every week. Be here and share your ideas and learn and connect with the community. It's very inspiring to hear an emerging young, Ethiopian voicing from China and thinking about creating opportunities for the young people and for the people back home. That's all why we are here. And all African brothers and sisters, people in the diaspora. The agenda today is how to engage the young people in the diaspora. So feel free, share your ideas. We have the last 10 minutes, to close this agenda. I'll come to it next week also. Session 98, we'll have part 2 of the diaspora discussion. But I also want to discuss a little bit about other topics which we didn't discuss before. This is a guy from Sakota His name is Abebe. He's a grade 12 teacher. I don't know if Abebe is still there. He asked me to support him. He's voicing for the students of grade 12. Yeah, I feel the pain of being a teacher in a school where there was a conflict and the school also was damaged because of the conflict. And this guy is teaching in that school. And he just wanted to, connect with us and get some motivations for his grade 12 students. And I told him, like, I'll call him. And my promise is, I have to say it here so that I don't forget, I will at least for all grade 12 students in Sakota that Abebe is teaching, I'm going to send a message from Yes Ethiopia, a written message for him to read to the students, print and read to the students, and maybe give them a pen each from Yes Ethiopia and encourage them that, with persistence, with hard work, not giving up, even if they fail the national exam, there is a lot of opportunities and there is a lot of ways they can grow. And if you'd like to join me in supporting Abebe, he's teaching grade 12 students in Sakota area. He said the school is recovering from conflict, have been in a conflict zone and affected by the war. Now, because he reached out to me, he said, please support me, support my students. This is the best a teacher can ask, So nothing big, just a letter, a motivating letter from Yes Ethiopia and from families of Yes Ethiopia for these kids. He would read to them, and then I'm going to tell them my own story, how I came up from a very small village where drinking water is still a dream in the village. People don't have a very good drinking water. Our school is still very poor. I feel very bad for not doing, the amount I should do there. Unfortunately, most Ethiopian rural schools are like that. We studied there. We had our career starts there. Then once we go, we forget. Then we are busy in our own daily lives, as you know. Everybody have a lot of things that make us busy, but we forget our communities. We forget the teachers that teach us. We forget to say thank you. And I'll want to do that through Abebe. And so join me if you'd like to support Abebe, only him to just buy a pen and then give to the students and tell them to continue. That's a topic and the promise I'm making. And the third agenda I had for today is also, again, about the school. This is from my primary school. Teacher Marge is a teacher who was teaching there for the last 40 years. He was teaching there. He's one of the teachers we love the most. He sent us a video. You can see it on my LinkedIn. How much our teachers look forward to us. Like they think the former students of this school would help. They don't forget us. They would motivate their brothers and sisters. Are we doing that? All of you ask yourself, are you in touch with your school? Are you contacting the directors? Do you just send a little bit letter of encouragement? Do you tell them to keep continuing, even if they don't have, the best services, even if they are in a conflict area, maybe they don't have, books, or maybe the library is not there, or maybe grade 12 students still don't have access to libraries, but they have to sit for national exam, right? Yeah, so this is a plan. It's ongoing from Yes Ethiopia, and we are starting students award program, question and answer session, and we only buy like minor reference books and give them as an award. Maybe one student will get a maths and physics reference book, which maybe don't get from the library. That's how we can help. And so the agenda about the diaspora will continue. Next week we'll continue with the same topic and come forward. I'll send a need assessment form where you choose how you want to engage. Are you interested in job opportunities for the young people? Or are you interested in business? Are you interested in mentoring? Are you interested in grant writing? Are you interested in going to Africa and give your professional service? Or do you want to be our advocate in your community, in your town, in your family, in your school, in your workplace, there are a lot of things you can hear. It's very small, but it makes a difference. And that's the session I have for today. And yeah, guys, I know it's very early, like I have to leave for another meeting, but I didn't want to give a reason for not having the session ongoing. We promised to meet here every week, and I have to commit to this as much as I can, at least for 1 hour. That's how you commit to work with me. If you really like to work with me, at least commit 2 hours, 1 hour per week, and don't stop. አደራ ቃል ገብታችሁ እንዳታቆሙ ማለት ቢያንስ ለ97 ሳምንት ደጋግሜ ያሳይቻችኋል። እንደዚህ አርጋችሁ ደግማችሁ አሳዩኝ አብራችሁ የምትሰሩ ከሆነ ነው። 5 ሳምንት ሰርታችሁ 4 ሳምንት ሰርታችሁ እንዳትጠፉ። እሱ ነው የተቸገርኩ ያለሁት እኔ። ቻሌንጅ አም ፌሲንግ ፒፕል ስታርት ኤንድ ስቶፕ። የማታዘልቁትን ነገር አትጀምሩ። ታሳስታላችሁ ሰዎችን ማለት ቢያንስ ለ100 ሳምንት እኔ 100 ማድረስ ነው ለራሴ ቃል የገባው። ይሄንን ሴሽን ሲጀምር ቢያንስ 100 ሳምንት ሳይቆራረጥ ይቀጥላል። አይ አንድ ጊዜ ድገሙ አይደል የሚባለው? እኔ ደግሞ 100 አድርጌ ለወጣቱ ማሳየት ፈለኩ ማለት። ከናንተ የምጠይቀው ግን እያንዳንዳችሁ ቢያንስ ለሚቀጥለው 100 ሳምንት አብራችሁ በየሳምንቱ ትገኙ ከሆነ እስቲ የቀይ ምልክቱን አብሩልኝ። እኔም 100 ልጨምር ነው። ካልሆነ 100 አድርሼ ላቆም። አይ አብረን አለን። አንተ ከተገኘ እኔ መገኛለሁ። ለ100 ሳምንት የምትሉ ከሆነ ቃል ግቡ። ቃላችሁን ደግሞ መጠበቅ አለባችሁ ማለት ነው። የማይመቸን ከሆነ ከቀረን አልቻልኩም ነገ እመጣለሁ ኦር የዛሬ ሳምንት እመጣለሁ እንላለን ማለት ነው። the major problem I'm facing ሰዎች ጀምሮ ያቋርጣሉ በ3 ሳምንት። ለምን? በትክክል ሳያምኑበት ነው የሚመጡ። አደራ ሰለሞን ቀጥል። አሁን ያንተ ተራ። ሰለሞን go ahead. ሰለሞን ድምጽ አይሰማም። ይቅርታ I cannot hear you. ኢርፎን አድርገህ ከሆነ አውልቀው።
Okay, can you hear me now?
I can hear you better now. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm from Ethiopia, and now I have to thank you for allowing me to engage in the discussion. I've heard about Ethiopia before, but it is the first time I engage in the discussion. But I don't know what and
Hey Solomon, sorry.
I can connect you offline.
I can hear you now. Go ahead.
I can hear you. Can I connect you offline?
We can hear you.
Can I connect you offline?
Wait, what is it about? Tell me. What do you want to discuss? Tell me now.
It is the first I engage in the discussion, and I want to say something, but I postponed it for the next week. So I want you to tell me something about the discussion about Diaspora and what agendas may be presented on this platform.
Thank you, Solomon. Yeah, I think I need to tell you now. Like, Yes Ethiopia is a non-profit. I was telling to Mickey, the session is recorded. You can also go back and see Yes Ethiopia videos. This is a non-profit which has been ongoing for the last 5 years. Our target is number 1 to help unemployed university graduates. That's number 1. The reason why Yes Ethiopia is started, because my own students from Hawassa University were unemployed. Okay, I'm a teacher. I come from Hawassa University.
Yes.
A lot of my students don't have job after finishing. That makes me very unhappy as a teacher, right? And then the second, we want them to start their own businesses or to study master's, PhD programs within country, out of country. And we give them short courses, trainings, also a chance to work free service. And also we have this kind of weekly sessions, which is ongoing. Now it's session 97. We have meeting here every week. So that we build professional community, people who understand each other, people who have a career goal, and people who support each other in cultivating their career. Okay, ስለዚህ ሰሎሞን, my question for you, ምንድን ነው አንተ በህይወትህ ማሳካት የምትፈልገው? Do you want to start your own business? Do you want to become a professor? Do you want to start maybe a big non-profit? Do you want to build a school? Do you want to start a technology company? What is your plan? Where do you like to go? Bring that plan, work with Yes Ethiopia. I'm very sure we can help you grow and we can help each other. That's what Yes Ethiopia is. And this discussion today is about diaspora, the young people in the diaspora, how we can work with the diaspora young people. Okay. And I'm currently based in United States as the University of Nebraska. You are in Addis Ababa University. You can help me to reach to the people in your network, and I can support you in your area of career goal, my brother.
Okay. Is today's agenda specific?
Yeah, today's agenda is about the young people, the diaspora, how to work with the diaspora people, the young people, especially people like you who live in the diaspora, Ethiopian diaspora, African diaspora, how we can work with them so that we support each other in supporting our brothers and sisters in Africa.
Okay.
Okay? Is it clear?
Student, even a freshman student in Addis Ababa University, who is offered full scholarship in Addis Ababa University for the first time, and I think foreign scholarship from America or Europe, even in Canada. So I wanted to present my idea in front of you, and I hope you could help me. I think this may not be the agenda today. So I will come back next week.
Yeah, let me know your agenda. I can make an agenda for you. Send me message inbox and tell me exactly what you are looking for. Then we can discuss about, okay? Feel free to send me. I can make an agenda for you and we'll discuss about it. Okay?
So for next time.
Yes, next time.
Okay. I'm very I thank you for giving this time. Excuse me for wasting your time.
But I'm like, no, there's no time waste, brother. We are here. የመጣነው እኮ ለአብሮ ለመስራት. You don't have to apologize. ምንም አላረክም። የመጣነው ከአንተ አይነት ሰዎች ሀሳብ ለመስማት አብሮ ለመስራት ነው። እሺ? Don't apologize because you are here to work together. Okay? But when you come to Ethiopia, just think like how you can help us. Think about helping Ethiopia. Help us to reach to your friends in Addis Ababa. Use your social media. Speak about Ethiopia. Share our story with your community. And then tell us how we can support you. Okay? You don't have to feel very sorry for asking for help for working with Ethiopia. Okay? ከሌላ አይገባም። እኔ የአንተ ቦታ ስላልሆንኩ ነው አሁን እርዳታ ማልጠይቀው። ገባ? ዋናው ነገር እርዳታ ስትጠይቅ እኔ እንዲህ ማድረግ ፈልጋለሁ፣ ይሄን አግዛቸዋለሁ፣ ይሄን አግዙኝ ትላለህ ማለት ነው። whatever you ask for come with እኔ ይሄን ሰጣለሁ፣ እናንተ ይሄን አግዙኝ። ፐርፌክት። ለምሳሌ ብዙዎቹ a lot of young people don't know about Ethiopia አያውቁም። a lot of people don't know how to open a LinkedIn. ገባ? If you help your classmates, everybody to have a LinkedIn account, everybody to join Ethiopia, to speak Ethiopia, then I'm happy to work with you. Ethiopia is about young people. ስራ ስላላቸው ስለተለልቆይ ሰዎች አይደለም እኛ ስራውን የጀመርነው። ለአንተ አይነቶች ነው። This agenda is your agenda. ይሄ ቤት ለወጣቶች ነው የተሰራው። ወጣቶች ስራ እንዲያገኙ ሀሳባቸው ወደፊት እንዲያመጡ እንጂ የኔ አይነት ሰዎች መጥተው እንዲወያዩ የኛ ብቻ ዶሚኔት እንድናደርገው አይደለም። ሁላችንም በተለይ ወጣቶች ትምህርትና ሙያችሁ ላይ የሀገራቸው የወደፊት እና የራሳቸው የወደፊት ዓላማ ላይ እንድታተኩሩ መተጋገዝ ነው ዓላማው ማለት ነው። ስለዚህ don't apologize. እሺ?
Okay, next time when you have an agenda about this, I will articulate my ideas and present, I think.
Thank you. Thanks so much. Thank you, Mikhail. Mikhail just sent me a message inbox. He's willing to sponsor some award for the students in Sakota. So I'll connect you, Brother Mickey, with Abebe. I think Abebe is not in the room. I don't see him, but I have his number and his contact. So today, because last time I started and I didn't reach out to him. So I have his contact, and he's teaching grade 12. And grade 12 students, as you know, these days, the national exam success rate is not that positive story. And we need to do all what we can. Why not just send a letter? Why not just send a small appreciation and then send them like some inspiring stories? The students need to be inspired. They need energy, they need morals, they need reading materials, they need a way to prepare for the exam. Okay? And this, me, I can give something. I'm a teacher. I have my own experience. How I managed to, pass national exam in a very small village. Right? እንደዛ አይነት ታሪክ እንድትነግሯቸው ነው እንጂ ይፈልጉት ገንዘብ እንድትልኩላቸው አይደል? እሺ ገንዘብ ሳይሆን ምን እንደምንልከው ሌትስ ሴይ የፊዚክስ ሪፈረንስ ቡክ ትልክላቸዋል። ፒዲኤፍ ኮፒ ሊሆን ይችላል። ያንተን ስቶሪ ትነግራቸዋለህ። በዚህ አጋጣሚ ዛሬ ኮኔክት ያደረግከውን አስተማሪውን ሞቲቬት ታደርጋለህ ማለት ነው። The teacher will be motivated because we are discussing about him. እኔ እነሱ ነው ባስበው ሰዎች ካስታወሱ ስለኔ ከተወያዩ that's what I need. አልተረሳውም ማለት ነው። ሰው ከኋላ ያለ የቪሌጅ አካባቢ ያሉ ሰዎች በደንብ ስለማውቅ ነው ማይንድ ሴቱ እንዴት እንደሆነ። እኔ በጣም ከትንሽ ከተማ ነው የመጣሁት። ከተማችን ሚዲያ ላይ ስሟ ሲጠራ ለከተማው ሁሉ ውሃ የገባ አይነት ስሜት ነው ለኛ የሚሰማን። ስለኛ ውሃ ከተነጋገሩ ማለት አጀንዳ ካረጉት ውሃው እንደገባ ነበር ትዝ ይለኛል። እዛ ከተማ እያለው ምን ይወራ እንደነበር አንድ ጊዜ ለአሜሪካ ሬዲዮ የሆነ ደብዳቤ ጽፌ እዛ ሬዲዮ ላይ ቀርቦ እንዴት ሰው ደስ ይለው እንደነበረ ማለት ችግራችንን ለህዝብ ለሚዲያ ተናገርክልን ቢያንስ ችግራችን አልተረሳም ብለው ነው እና በዛ አንገል እንድታስቡ ፈልጋለሁ። ስለዚህ የቲቸር አበበን ቁጥር ልስጣችሁ 0914 04 5232 ነው። his name is አበበ ሰቆጣ ነው ያለው እና ልጅ አለም ከዛ ነው የመጣው። ይሄው ዘ ጎልድ ሜዳሊስት ልጅ አለም ታውቃላችሁ ከሰቆጣ ነው። በሰመራ ዩኒቨርሲቲ በፊዚክስ ሙያ በወርቅ ነው የጨረሰው እና የተለያየ ስኮለርሺፕ እየሞከረ ነው ያለው። የኢትዮጵያ ላይ እጅግ የሚያግዘን በጣም ጎበዝ ታታሪ የኢትዮጵያ ቮለንቲር ነው። እዚህ ቤት አለ። ምናልባት አበበ ስለሌለ ልጅ አለም የአበበ ያለበትን ትምህርት ቤት ብትነግረን ደስ ይለኛል። ቤት እያየው ስለሆነ የአበበ ስልክ ቁጥር 0914 04 52 32 ነው እና እንትን ብታረጉ በርታ ብትሉት በጣም ደስ ይለኛል። ምክንያቱም የ12ኛ ክፍል ተማሪዎች ጉዳይ ላይክ በጣም ናሽናል ኢመርጀንሲ ነው ለእኔ። ቀላል ዝም ብለን ችላ የምንለው ነገር አይደለም። 3 ዓመት በተከታታይ 95% ተማሪዎች የወደቁበት አጀንዳ ነው። እንደኔ ለኢትዮጵያ this is an emergency, it's a national emergency። ችላ የምለው ጉዳይ አይደለም እና ባገኘነው አጋጣሚ ሁሉ ይህንን አጀንዳ እንድናረግ በተለይ መምህራንን ገጠር ያሉ መምህራን ጋር ቻውት አድርገን 12ኛ ክፍል ላሉ ተማሪዎች ስክሪፕቶ ምናምን ትንሽ ነገር አድርገን ግን ዝም ብሎ መስጠት አይደለም። ጥያቄና መልስ ውድድር ምናምን እያረጉ ማንበብን ኢንካሬጅ የሚያደርግ ኢንተርቬንሽን ነው የምናደርገው። ተራ ምክር ሳይሆን እኔ ያሰብኩት ምንድነው ቲቸር አበበ ጥያቄና መልስ ውድድር ያረጋል። ፊዚክስ እና ማትስ ተማሪዎች እንዲፈተኑ ያረጋል። እሱን እየተፈተኑ ጥሩ ውጤት ላመጡ ልጆች እዛው ይሸልማቸዋል፣ ያበረታታቸዋል። ኢን ዘ ሚን ታይም የላክንለትን መልእክት ያነብላቸዋል። እርግጠኛ ነኝ ያ ልጆች ውስጥ ኢነርጂ ይፈጥራል። that's how we support እና ይሄ ኔጌቲቭ ስቶሪ እየሰማንም ችላ ብለን ተመልሰን የምንረሳው ነገር ስለማመድ ነው። በቃ ችግር ማዳመጥ እየለመድን መጣ ዘንድ ኢሚዩኒቲ ፈጠርን መሰለኝ የችግር ማለት እና I don't think that's correct እና በኢትዮጵያ ይሄ በደንብ ትኩረት እንዲሰጠው ፈልጋለሁ። የዲያስፖራ ዩዝ ያልነው የዛሬ ሳምንት እንመጣበታለን። እሱን አጀንዳ ለአሁኑ አልፌዋለሁ። ለብራዘር አሸናፊ go ahead አሁን መጨረሻ ላይ ስትገባ ይቻለው እና ያንተን ሐሳብ እንስማ። አሸናፊ ሜቢ ጥሩ ምሳሌ ልትሆን ትችላለህ ለሚካኤል። ከሚኪ ቀደም ከኢትዮጵያ ቢዝነስ ላይ እንደምትሰሩት እያለ እየጠየቀኝ ነበረ። አንተን ነው ምሳሌ ያደረኩት እንግዲህ ላይክ ኤልደር ቴክኖሎጂ ያለ እንላለን ቶሎ ብለን ቢዝነስ ሲባል because you have really a very good story to tell ማለት ነው እና ቢዝነስ ላይ ብዙ አልሰራንም እንደ ኢትዮጵያስ one of our weaknesses I wish we do more እና የወጣቶች ቢዝነሶች በደንብ ድጋፍ ያገኙ አቅም ስለሚፈልግ ግን በደንብ ያልሰራ ነው ኤሪያ ነውና so አሸናፊ go ahead and tell us a little bit about elder technologies and ways we can work together.
Okay, thank you. But I think maybe የማይሰማ ሰው ያለ አይመስለኝም እና በአማርኛ ልቀጥል አይደል?
አይ ትንሽ በለው ዛሬ እንግሊዘኛን የመሰባበር እንትን አድርገን ዛሬ today we are here to really like do everything in English and then በደንብ በቃ እንሰባብረው ማይሰሙ ሰዎች አሉ ግዳጋ ያለው Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, my name is Ashanafi. I'm basically, we work on a tech startup. We provide a software development service. We more specialized in software as a service developments, or many of our services for organization. I mean, as a startup, Ethiopia is our foundation. Ethiopia helps us by promoting our work, and it helps us to gain a trust and the credibility from different organizations. And due to that, I mean, many of Ethiopia community have referring us to their friend families, and through that way, we have been working on different projects. I think we are fortunate enough, and we have also developed some agri-tech projects that integrate AI with a drone, which have selected as a top 10 country project by Ministry of Innovation. We have also selected as a top 10 best country projects by Dashen Bank Kafta startup competitions. This competition have given us an opportunity like to network with different sector peoples, and provides us a credibility to involve in different projects. So that is how we started. Currently we have around 20 team, and expanding our services up to our own products, which will be launched soon. And we enroll also a partner from different sectors, which helps us to capture, which will align with our long term. It helps us to go far away. In our current status, I think we highly value, or if you ask me what is your basic thing that what we did up to now is building a good, a basic foundational team that have a competent skill, and we also try to compensate our team with we try to pay a fair price, and provide additional, or like we try to include as a shareholder or some of our senior developers or team. In addition, currently we have not developed. We opened a new office which provide a free meal to all our team, and also we rented an apartment as a roommate for our team. I think that is we try to value all of our team, try to do our best to create one of like safe working environment which our team or coming employee preferred to work. And yeah, we generally try to do our best on providing a quality service which align our clients. That is why we highly focus on our team development. And some of our portfolios we have around 3 international clients, and we also continuously work with one client by providing different services. Specifically, that is how we create a long-term relationship with our client, which help us which help us to win the market, and we consider it as one of our value proposition. Yeah, I hope maybe I clarify myself. Hopefully, I really eager to connect with all of you, and I'm so happy to see today, Rakik. You always inspire us. What you are doing is really inspiring, and I'm really so happy to see you here, and all of you guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Ashanafi. That was a very good summary of what you do. I know what you've been doing, and your achievement is far more than what you said. Like to reach at this stage to employ about 20 employees in less than 3 years after finishing university. I wish I were that person, but you know, that's the value of like starting early and having a clear vision and goal, and utilizing the opportunities around us. So yeah, it's really very, very inspiring. I always love to hear about elder technologies, because job creation is the weakest element of the Ethiopian education system. I think it should be the global education system. A lot of universities prepare people to be employed. So to go to the path of self-business, to start a business, to start an industry, and then hire 20 people, that's really like very, very big. And I'm very sure the audience in this room can learn from Ashanafi. And it's very, very important to have a clear idea and a bold idea. It can be scary from the beginning. Honestly speaking, when this guy started, I was a kind of not sure. And they proved to me like how ideas can grow. They have showed me the value of focus and the value of starting small and grow, and especially use technology. And Elder Technologies it's an example and a role model for all of us in Yes Ethiopia, and yeah, in this platform. So thanks so much, Ashanafi. I'm very sure people like Mikhail and others will learn from you. And Rakik is here. He already did a very big job with Green Sun, Sol Energy, and yeah. So for today, I'm ending the session here. I apologize if I didn't give you the chance to speak. Maybe sometimes I also became a very talkative guy. I talk a lot, and that's how you get. The more you talk, on when people are quiet, you keep riding, and you guys didn't interrupt me. But we had a very good discussion, especially with the diaspora. I promise to continue working on this agenda, and also to keep working on ways to connect with the young people, the African diaspora young people in different parts of the world, because they have a unique potential. They have a unique strategic location, and they have a unique culture and need. And we just need to know their language, we need to know their culture, and we need to work together. And this kind of platform is very important. Thank you so much, Balaina, Kalkidan, Ashanafi, Hafet, Basalot, Basazin, Matasabia, Abebe, Mahalet, Emmanuel, Tasfai, Demmeke, Zamzam, Rakik, Zalalem, Bethlehem, Solomon, Mikael, Johannes, Devala, Tasfai, Yeshi, Salamawit, Hangsom, Galila, and Olana, and others. I really thank you so much, Solomon, and also my brother Jonas from Nashville, and Theodros and Johannes, all of you who joined today, and Kasahun, Hashim, Lijalem. Yeah, it's a lot of you guys joining. And my brother Mikhail also promised to support the school in Sakota. I will also support them. And within the coming 2 weeks, you'd see a video from the classroom. From the classroom, I really want to engage with the students in rural Ethiopia. But our brothers and sisters need to be encouraged. It's a very difficult time. Imagine if you are a grade 12 student and then you hear the news for the last 3 years, 95% students didn't pass the exam. Imagine the amount of tension Ethiopian students are experiencing. It's a lot of psychological pressure. But for 3 consecutive years, students failed. I would not be confident. You know, this is a very challenging scenario for our brothers and sisters and for the leaders of tomorrow. So at least let's give them some hope. And don't forget where you studied. Adara, adara. Try to reach out to the directors of schools. Try to reach out to your teachers and say, just tell them thank you. Go on, check on my LinkedIn. The teacher from my school, he was teaching there for the last 40 years. And the message he sent was so inspiring. You know? እናግዛለን ብለን በመናገራችን ብቻ ደስ ይላቸዋል። እንደዛ ናቸው የኢትዮጵያ ሕዝብ፣ እንደዛ ነው የኛ ማህበረሰብ። በጣም ነው I just feel very let me እንትን ነው ይፈልጉ። Yeah, go ahead Kalkida.
Can I take this chance also just to appreciate last time አንተ ጋር በነበረን ዲስከሽን ሮሆቦት ሐዋሳ ያሉትን አቶ ታደሰን ሂጄ ለማግኘት እድል አግኝቼ ነበር።
When is it?
It was last year, July or August. So I was going to Ethiopia for some purpose. I just traveled to Hawassa. ስልካቸውንም ፖስት አድርገህ ስለነበረ ከዛ ወስጄ ደወልኩላቸውና ሳገኛቸው የተደሰቱት ደስታ በቃላት መግለጽ አቅቶኛል። because ነገርኳቸው ከየት እንደመጣው የሰማሁበት አጋጣሚ ደግሞ ፍቃዱ እንደዚህ በዲስከሽን ኦንላይን አውርተን ነበረ። እሳቸውም ገብተው ያውቃሉና በዛ አጋጣሚ ነው ስላቸው you have no idea እንዴት እንደተደሰቱ ስለኔ ቶፒክ አንስታችሁ ተነጋግራችሁ ስለ ልጆቹ አስባችሁ ብለው በጣም የተደሰቱትን የደስታ ልክ በጣም አሁን ማስበዋለሁና sometimes እንዳልከው በተለይ በዛ በሩቅ ሆኖ ያሉ የኛ ወገኖች ስለነሱ አስበን ማውራታችን ስለነሱ የምንችለውን ነገር አይናችንን ማየታቸው በራሱ መልካችንን ድምጻችንን ሰምተው አይዟችሁ መባል በጣም ትልቅ ዋጋ ነውና እኔ አመ ዊትነስ ሐዋሳ ሂጄ ሮሆቦትን ጎብኝቼ ጋሽ ታደሰን ማግኝቼ ስለመጣው በጣም ነው ደስ ያለኝ። በዚህ አጋጣሚ ላመሰግን እወዳለሁ ይሄንን ነገር አንስተሸር አድርገህ ስለነበር። ስለዚህ የሰቆጣዎቹም ልጆች ልክ እንደዛ አይነት ስሜት የሚኖራቸው ይሆናል ብዬ አስባለሁና በዚህ አጋጣሚ ላመሰግን እወዳለሁ። ሮቦትን አይቼ በጣም ብዙ አስደሳች ነገር እያረጉ እንደሆነ ጋሽ ታደሰ ያው ግዛም የሚያስፈልጋቸው እንደሆነ ተረድቻለሁ። አቅማቸውም እየደከመ ስለሆነ ትልቅ ሰው ስለሆኑ እድሉን ማግኘት የቻለው በእንደዚህ አይነት ዲስከሽን ነውና let's try to help each other እንደተባለው ገንዘብን ብቻ ሳይሆን አለን ማለቱም በዚህ ሁኔታ ላይ በጣም መልካም ነውና የሰቆጣዎች ልጆች በዚህ አጋጣሚ እንደዛ አይነት መልእክት መላክ በጣም ዋጋ እንደሚኖረው ጥረት ለማድረግ ነው። ጥቂት አመሰግናለሁ።
Thank you so much. በጣም ደስ ያለኝ ጋሽ አዲሱ የዛ ቤት የሮቦት ህፃናት ማሳደጊያ 32 እድሜያቸው ከ2 ዓመት በታች ያሉ ህፃናት ያሳድጋሉ። ሄጄ አይቻለሁ። ያማቸዋል። ጋሽ አዲሱ ታመዋል እና ያለባቸው ጫና እኔ ለራሴ 2 ልጆች ምን ያህል እንደማስብ ሳየው እና ለነኛ ልጆች ወተት ያልቃል አንዳንዴ ከዚህ ላይ እድሜያቸው ከ15 ቀን አንዳንዶቹ 2 ወር ምናምን ነው ተጥሎ የተገኙ ህፃናት። እዛ ቤት ገብቼ ስወጣ it's like mixed emotion ነው የሚኖር። አንዳንዴ ሰው ምን ያህል እንደሚደክምና ሰውን ለማገዝ እነኛን 32 ህፃናት የሰው ልጅ ናቸው እንግዲህ አስቢ አንድ ክፍል ውስጥ ሆነው እነሱ ሲያለቅሱ እነሱ ሽንታቸው ምናምን አለ ይሄን ተሸክመሽ እየታመምሽ አንዳንዱ ደግሞ 2 ልጆች እኮ ማሳደግ አቃተኝ ብሎ ጭንቅላቱን ያማዋል የራሱ የወለደው እና it's like it inspires me a lot በጣም ነው የሚሰጠኝ ጋሽ አዲሱ እና ስለሄድሽ ደግሞ አንቺ እጅግ ነው አመሰግንሽ ላይ I wish እንግዲህ አምላክ እውነት የኔን ምኞት እውነት ካረገልኝ I would like to adopt at least a child from there በጣም ትልቅ ምኞቴ ነው እና ለማገዝ ፈልጋለሁ እነኛ ልጆች አድገው ለሆነ ቦታ ደርሰው እነሱ ስቶሪ እንዲነግሩ ፈልጋለሁ ለዓለም ምክንያቱም like አንዱ ህፃን ያቀፍኩት ያለ ፎቶ ላይ አለ ሳስበው I feel like ወይኔ ለምንድን ነው ግን ይሄን ልጅ ማሳደግ እንኳን እኔ ቮለንቲር ያላረኩት ሳይ በጣም ጥፋተኝነት ነው የሚሰማኝና ሪማይንድ ስላረክሽኝ እጅግ አመሰግናለሁ እና thanks so much ስለስላይታችሁ
ሰልፍ ዲስከቨር እንድናረግ ነው ያን ነገር ታቸው በዛ እድሜ በኢኮኖሚ ሁኔታ ያረጉ ያሉትንና እንዳልከው ደግሞ እኛ በቃ አንድ ወይ 2 ልጆች ለማሳደግ ምን ነገር ውስጥ ስትራግል እሳቸው ጋር ያለውን ኮሚትመንትና ኢንቲዚያዝም ስታይና አንተ ያለበትን ነገር ስታይ it just helps to self discover yourself እና በጣም የሚደነቁ ሰው ናቸው እና በዚሁ አጋጣሚ
አመሰግናለሁ ስላስታወስሽኝ ቃል ኪዳን
ፎቶዎቹን ልክልሃለሁ
please do I love to see them thank you Raki go ahead
thank you ቃል ኪዳን ስትናገር እዚሁ ልናገር ብዬ ነበር ኢንቦክስ አድርጌልህ ነበር አንድ ምናልባት ላበበ ሰቆጣ ላለው ልጅ ለምሳሌ ምን ማድረግ እንችላለን መሰል አንዳንድ I think ይመስለኛል 12ኛ ክፍል የሆኑ ልጆች ናቸው የሚያስተምረው እርግጠኛ አይደለሁም ብቻ ግን
የሚፈተኑ ልጆች ነው የሚያስተምረው
on the way ስኪልም ሊኖራቸው ስለሚችል እንግዲህ እንደ ቢዝነስ ሰው ስትሆን ብዙ ጊዜ ተያያዥ ነገሮችን ነው የምታስበውና ሰስተነብልም ይሆናል ብዬ ስለማስብ ነው ከዚህ በፊት ምን አድርገናል መሰለ አጋጣሚ እንደዚሁ 12 ጨርሶ ዩኒቨርሲቲ ገብቶ መማር ከብዶት የወጣ ልጅ ግን በጣም የራሱ የሆነ ስኪል ያለው ልጅ ነበርና ስናዋራ ሳወራው ምን አይነት ስኪል እንዳለው ወጣ መሰለ የሆነ የመጻፍ ኮንተንት የመጻፍና ወደ ቪዲዮ የመቀየር ቪዲዮ እንደውም መስራት አይችልም ግን በቃ ወደ ኮንተንት የመጻፍ በአጋጣሚ ለምን ማርኬቲንግ አሰራለንም ነው ማርኬቲንግ ሳይሆን እስቲ ጻፍ ስለኛ ያነበብከውን ስለው ጽፎ ሲያመጣ በጣም የሚገርም ነው ድምጹ ያምራል ከዛ በኋላ አሁን ሂዝ አወር ማርኬቲንግ ምንድነው የዲጂታል ማርኬቲንግ ሰዋችን ነው like if you go on green seal የሱን ድምጽ ነው የምትሰሙት በጣም ነው የሚያምረው ብዙ ቪዲዮዎች በራሱ አሁን ኤዲቲንግ ምናምንም በራሱ ሞክሮ አንደኛ እኛ መክፈል ጀመርን በስራ አሁን ጭራሽ ፉል ታይም ስታፍ ሆኖ አሁን ዲሴምበር ሲመጣ አመት ይሆናል ማለት ነው እኛ ጋር ከተቀጠረ ሶ ምንድነው ምናልባት እንደኔ እንደ ፐርሰንም እንደ ግሪን ሲንም ሆኜ ማድረግ የምችለው ለምሳሌ ለነዚህ ልጆች let's say የተወሰነች አንድ 10,000 ብር መድበን እና ወዳድራቸው let's say ስለ ፖኤም ሊሆን ይችላል እስክስታ ሊሆን ይችላል I don't know ዳንስ የሰቆጣ በጣም አሪፍ ዳንስ አላቸው በዚያው አጋጣሚ በስራ አማካኝነት ኖር ያለው ወደዛ አካባቢ ላሊበላ አካባቢ እዛ አካባቢ ስራ ሰርቻለሁና በጣም ደስ የሚል ስፔሻል ካልቸር አላቸው ካልቸራቸው የሚያስተዋውቁበት at the same time it could be ስለ ኢነርጂ ስለ ፓወር ስለ እጥረቱ ፕሮብለሙን እንኳን ስለሚያውቁት አንደኛ ተጠቂ ስለሆኑ ስለዛ ሊሆን ይችላል መግለጽ በዳንስ ሊሆን ይችላል በስክስታ ሊሆን ይችላል በግጥም ሊሆን ይችላል በሙዚቃ ሊሆን ይችላል አላቸው ታለንት በትምህርት ሊሆን ይችላል በሆነ ነገር ብቻ ባላቸው ታለንት ይሄን ነገር መግለጽ የሚችሉ ልጆች ያወዳደሩ ያንን መሸለም በዚሁ አንዳንድ ጊዜ በትምህርት ብቻ ይሄ you know it's like graduate አድርገ ምናምን መሄድ አለብህ የሚለውንም ነገር ይቀርፍላቸዋል አሁንም ስራ መስራት ይቻላል እንዴ የሚለውን ነገር ሊያወጣላቸው ይችላል ብዬ አስባለሁ ምክንያቱም አሁን እንዳልኩ ነው የዩኒቨርሲቲ ያቋረጠ ልጅ he's become an employee already ማለት ነው እና በጣም ቆንጆ ሳለሪ ግራጁዌት አድርገው ማያገኙትን ሳለሪ ያገኘ ምክንያቱም ታለንት ስላለው ማለት ነው ጎበዝ ስለሆነ ይሰራልና እንደዚህ አይነት ስቶሪዎች ምናልባት እዚሁ ላይ መቶ ሼር እንዲያደርግ ለማድረግ ሞክራለሁኝ ታለንቱን በጣም ያወጣ ልጅ ነው የራሱን ታለንት ነው he's not begging ምናምን በጣም he's perfectly fitted ጎበዝ ልጅ ነው እና ልክ እንደዛ አይነት ልጆችን የምናወጣበት ነገር ሊሆን ይችላል ብዬ አስባለሁ። እንደ አይዲያ ምናልባት ለአበበ ትነግርልኛለህ ብዬ አስባለሁ። ለሰቆጣ አይዲያው ከማስተማሩ ሳይድ አንተ ስላለህ ይሄ ነገር ይጠቅማል ወይ የሚለውን ነገር ኮንፈርም ካደረጋችሁ እንደዚህ አይነት ነገር ላውንች ማድረግ እንችላለን ኢሚዲየትሊ።
በጣም አሪፍ፣ እጅግ ደስ ይላል። እንትኑ ልኬልሻለሁ። እግዚአብሔር ይስጥልኝ ረቂቅ፣ የስልኩንና ሊንክድን ኮንታክቱን ልኬልሻለሁ። እዚህ ቤትም ልጅ አለምም አለ። ልጅ አለም እዛ ነው የተማረው፣ ጎልድ ሜዳሊስት ከሰመራ እና ልጅ አለም ብትናገር ደስ ይለኛል። እኔ ያንቺንም ኮንታክት ለአበበ ልክለታለሁ፣ የእሱን ልኬልሻለሁ እና በጣም ነው የሚጠቅመው። ታለንት አሁን ምንድነው እቺ ፈተና ማለት እንደ ህይወትና ሞት ተደርጋ ስለምትቆጠር 12ኛ ክፍል ላሉ ተማሪዎች በአብዛኞቹ ፈተናውን ሲወድቁ ሊገጥማቸው የሚችለው እንትን ምን ያህል ከባድ እንደሆነ አይኖ አንዳንድ ድሮ ከኛ ጋር የነበሩ ልጆች ፈተና ሳይመጣላቸው ሲቀር እንደ ሞት ነው በየቤቱ በቃ ከባድ ሀዘን ነው ቤት ውስጥ የሚገባው ማለት ነው። እና ኦልተርኔቲቭ ላይፍ እንዳላቸው አሄድ ኦፍ ታይም ስናሳያቸው ኮንፊደንስ ይሰማቸው፣ ስለ ፈተናው ያላቸው ፕሬሸር ይቀንሳል እና ፕሬሸሩ በቀነሰ ቁጥር ደግሞ በደንብ የመስራት እድላቸው ይጨምራል ፈተና ክፍል ሲገቡ ማለት ነው። በጣም አሪፍ ነገር ነው ፕሮፖዝ ያደረግሽው። አይ ሪሊ ፉሊ አግሪ እና የልጁንም ስቶሪ ሌላ ጊዜ ሲያመቸው መጥቶ ቢተዋወቅም አሪፍ ነው። ወንድሜ ልጅ አለም አንተ ስላለ አበበ የለም፣ አይ ቲንክ የኮኔክሽን ችግር ነው። እንትን ኮሜንት ብታደርግ ደስ ይለኛል ስለ ትምህርት ቤቱ እና እግረ መንገድን አንተንም ቢያውቁ እና ከዛ ትምህርት ቤት እንደመጣ ያለፍክበትን እና አሁን ትምህርት ቤቱ ያለበትን ሁኔታ ብትናገር አሪፍ ነው። ጓሄድ ልጅ አለም። ልጅ አለም ይሰማሃል? የኮኔክሽን ችግር ነው የሚሆነው። ልጅ አለም በፊዚክስ ሙያ የተመረቀው ከዛው ከሰቆጣ የመጀመሪያ እኔ ለዛ አካባቢ ያስተዋወቀኝ እሱ ነው እና በጣም ከባድ ኢንቫይሮንመንት ውስጥ ሆኖ በመብራት ተቆርጦ ምናምን የኛን ትሬኒንግ ማቴሪያሎች እየወሰደ ለልጆች አብሮ ያጠና ነበር። ማረስ ጓሄድ አሁን ከቻለ ድምጽ እየመጣ ሄዳል። ያ ልጅ አለም የኮኔክሽን ችግር ነው እና ሌላ የዛሬ ሳምንትም ማድረግ ኮኔክት ማድረግ እንችላለን እና በጣም አሪፍ ነው እንዳልኳችሁ 12ኛ ክፍል ላይ አሁን 8 ወር ምናምን አለን እና በጣም ትራውማቲክ እንትን ኤክስፒሪየንስ ስለሚያደርጉ እነኚህ ወጣቶች ማለት ነው። በጣም ቻሌንጂንግ ነው እነሱ ቦታ መሆን። እኔ በህልሜ ሁሉ ይመጣ ነበር 12ኛ ክፍል ፈተና እንደተፈተንኩ ውጤቱ እንዴ ውጤት አጥቼ ሰው ያለቅሳል ሌላ ቀን በጣም ጭንቅላቴ ውስጥ ትልቅ ውጥረት ስለነበረ ነው። እነኛን ልጆች ሆኜ ሳስበው እጅግ ነው ቢጨንቀኝ። ምክንያቱም ኢንቪዚብል የሆነ ስቃይ ነው የሚሰቃዩት። አንዳንዴ ለትሰይ በሆል ኮሚኒቲ ላይ ችግር ሲኖር ይታወቃል፣ ሁሉም ላይ የመጣ ነው ትላላችሁ። የትምህርቱ ጉዳይ ግን ምናልባት ቤት ውስጥ በርቱ የሚላቸው ሰው ላይኖር ይችላል እነዚህ ልጆች ያሉበት ማለት እና ከዛ አንግል ነው። ኤኒዌይስ ይህንን አጀንዳ ማድረጋችን እንቀጥላለን። የዛሬ ሳምንት የዲያስፖራ ወጣቶች ኢንጌጅመንት ቶፒክ ይቀጥላል። እንደገና ሌሎች አጀንዳዎችን በተለይ የ12ኛ ክፍል ተማሪዎችን ከማገዝ አኳያ የተጀመሩ ስራዎችን አጀንዳ እያረኩ ቀጥላለሁ። ብዙዎቻችሁ አብራችሁ መስራት የምትፈልጉ እንዳላችሁ አውቃለሁ። አሁን ወንድም ተስፋውንን አይቻለሁ። እህቴ ሀና አሁን ነው ያየሁሽ። ከብዙዎቻችሁ ጋር ዋን ቱ ዋን ዲስከሽን ነበረኝ። ሜቢ ተስፋውን አይ ኖ ዩ ኬም ሌት ልንዘጋ ስንል ነው የመጣኸው። እንደው ብሪፍሊ ራስን ብታስተዋውቅ ከመውጣቴ በፊት። ሌሎቻችሁን እጅግ አመሰግናለሁ። ልጨርስ ስል ነው የመጣችሁት እና አንዳንዶቻችሁ ቀደም ብላችሁ ብትመጡ 12 ሰዓት ላይ ነው ውይይት የምንጀምረው እና ብዙ እንነጋገራለን ማለት ነው። አይ ነው ኮኔክሽን ችግር ምናምን አለ፣ ግን ሜክ ኢት ኤ ፕላን በደንብ እቅድ አቅዱበትና ስልካችሁንም ኦር ዋትኤቨር ዩ ዋንት ቱ ፕሪፔር አሄድ ኦፍ ታይም ተዘጋጁና ፕላትፎርሙ ላይ ስብሰባ ባለ ታይም በትክክል ቀደም ብላችሁ ገብታችሁ እንድንወያይ ማለት ነው። ተስፋሁን እያየሁ አይደለም። አሁን ተስፋሁን አለ መናገር ትችላለህ። አሁን ለመናገር እጅ ማውጣት አለብህ። አብራችሁ እንደነበራችሁ ለሁላችሁ እጅግ ነው የማመሰግነው። ቴንክ ዩ ጁሪ ፎር ሼሪንግ። ዱ ዩ ላይክ ቱ ስፒክ? ላንቺ እድል ልስጥ መሰለኝ ከሊንክዲን ላይ ማን ነው ቲክቶክ ላይ ላላችሁት እና ቲክቶክ ላይ ማለን አሁን ኢሞንቴል የዮኒ ስልጠናም አለ እዛም ገብታችሁ ፎሎ አድርጉ። ሌሎቻችሁ በተለይ እዚህ ጋር እንድንወያይ የምትፈልጉት አጀንዳ ሲኖራችሁ አሄድ ኦፍ ታይም ዳሜ 12 ሰዓት ላይ ቀድማችሁ ትገቡና አጀንዳ ታስይዙኛላችሁ ማለት ነው። አጀንዳ ካስያዛችሁኝ በኋላ በማንኛውም ቶፒክ ላይ እንድንወያይ ስትፈልጉ አጀንዳ አስይዙኝ። ውይይቴም በዛ ልክ ሰዓት እያስያዝኩ ሄዳለሁ። የዛሬ ዋና አጀንዳ የነበረው እንዴት ከዲያስፖራው ካሉ ወጣቶች ጋር አብረን እንሰራለን የሚል ነው። አሪፍ ጥሩ ሀሳቦች ተነስተዋል። በጣም አመሰግናለሁ። ገብታችሁ ሀሳባችሁን አስተያየታችሁን ለሰጣችሁ አብራችሁን እንስራ ላላችሁት ሁሉ እግዚአብሔር ስጥልኝ። እህታችን ረቂቅ ከግሪንሴል፣ እንደገና ወንድሜ ሚካኤል ከቻይና በጣም የቻይና ድምፅ ሆነ ዛሬ በደንብ ስለ ቻይና እንድናስብ አድርገህናል። እናመሰግናለን። ከሁሉ በላይ ደግሞ የአንተ ኢነርጂ ይገርማል እና እኔ ኢትዮጵያ ላይ እንድሰራ በጣም በረታታው ሚካኤል አይነት የአሸናፊ አይነት ወጣቶች እንዳሉ ስለማወቅ የልጅ ዓለም አይነት እነ በጸሎት እነ ማህሌት ሰይፉ ወንድሜ ዮሐንስ ቅርብ ጊዜ የሲ++ ኮምፒውተር ፕሮግራሚንግ መጽሐፍ ጽፎ በነፃ ለኢትዮጵያ ወጣቶች የሰጠዋለ እነ ገሊላ እነ ቤተልሔም አላችሁ ቃል ኪዳን ሁላችሁንም እውነት እግዚአብሔር ስጥልኝ በጣም ነው አመሰግናችሁ። ዛሬ የታይም ፕሬሸር ስላለብኝ ቀደም ብዬ እየወጣው ነው ያለሁት እና 97ኛው ሳምንታችን እዚህ ጋር ያበቃል። እግዚአብሔር ይመስገን ዛሬ ስለደረስን እንግዲህ ምንም 100 ሴሽን ይደርሳል። 100 ሳምንት በተከታታይ ያሳይቻችኋለሁ ማለት ነው። ኮሚት ስናደርግ አንድ አጀንዳ ስናወጣ ቢያንስ እንደዚህ መደጋገም ይፈልጋል። ስቲል ለ100 ሳምንታት እንኳን ተገናኝተንም ትንሽ ነው ደግሞ ፈቅ ያደረግነው። የኢትዮጵያ ወጣት 38 ሚሊዮን ነው ያለው። ሀገሪቷ በጣም ትልቅ ፖቴንሻል ነው ያላት። ሊንክዲን ላይ ብቻ ባለን ኢንጌጅመንት የውሃ ጠብታ እንደማለት ነው ባህር ላይ ማለት። በተለይ ገጠር ያለው ማህበረሰብ ስታስቡ ማአት መሰራት ያለበታል። እኛ ራሳችን ያለው ላይ ነው እየጨመርን ያለ ነው። ሊንክዲን ላይ ነው ያለ ነው። ሊንክዲን ላይ ያለው ኮሚኒቲ ምን አይነት እንደሆነ እናውቃለን። በጣም ብዙ ወጣቶች ከዚህ ፎረም ውጪ ነው ያሉት እና የራሳችንም ሌሎችን የሚያገል ስራ እንዳናደርግ ውይይታችንን ቢያንስ ለነኛ ድምፅ ለሌላቸው እያደረግን እና እኛ ለነሱ ድምፅ እየሆንን እንድንሰራ ነው። ቅድም ወደ ረቂቅ እንዳለችው እንደሰማችሁት ቤታቸው ውስጥ መብራት የሌላቸው እናቶች ኩራዝ እንደዚህ እያበሩ የሚያድሩ ሪስፓይራተሪ ሄልዝ ዳሜጁ ምን ያህል እንደሆነ የጤና ሳይንስ ሰዎች ይታወቃል። እና ብዙ ነው ያለው፣ ብዙ ነው ልንሰራ የምንችለው እና ከኔ ጋር ስለሆናችሁ በርታ እያላችሁ ስላላችሁ እጅግ አመሰግናለሁ። እና 97ኛው ሳምንት እዚህ ጋር ተጠናቋል። እንደው ይህን ባለመናገሬ ቅር ይለኛል የሚል ሰው ካለ ለአንድ ሰው ለሁለት ሰው እድል ሰጣለሁ። ምናልባት የተወሰነ ነገር ልናገር የሚል ሰው ካለ እያለ መናገር ይችላል። ድምፅ ተሰራ ካልሆነ በኢንቦክስ ተነጋገር ከሚካኤል እና ከረቂቅ ጋራ ከአለማየሁ ከአበበ ጋር አገናኛቸው። ልጅ አለም ይሰማሃል? መናገር ትችላለህ? እና እንደተናገርኩት እኛ ድምፅ ለሌላቸው እዚህ አቴንድ ማድረግ ለማይችሉት እኛ የነሱ ቮይስ እንድንሆን ላስታውሳችሁ ፈልጋለሁ። የትምህርት እንደዚህ ምናምን ስንል ገጠር አካባቢ ስንል ብዙ ሰው እንትን በዛ ትኩረት ላያረግ ስለሚችል ወንድሜ በላይነህ መቀጠል ይችላል። ኤኒ ፋይናል ሪማርክ ልትነግሩ የምትፈልጉት ፕሊዝ ዱ።
ያ በመጨረሻ እናመሰግናለን ልል ነው እና በጣም ትልቅ ነገር ነው ዛሬ የተማርኩት። እንደዚህ አይነት ነገር ለብዙ ጊዜ ፈልገው የቆየሁት ነው። ላይክ እንደ ሶሻል ወርክ ተማሪ ኮሚኒቲ ኢንጌጅመንት ኮሚኒቲ ላይ ብዙ ነገር መስራት እንዳለብኝ አውቃለሁ፣ ግን እንዴት አድርጌ ማድረግ እንዳለብኝ አላውቅም። ኢቨን ሊንክድን አካውንቴ ላይ የሆነ የክሬት ያደረኩት ፔጅ አለ እና አይዲያው እንዳለኝ አውቃለሁ፣ ግን እንዴት አድርጌ አፕሮች ማድረግ እንዳለብኝ ኮሚኒቲው ላይ የኢትዮጵያ ማህበረሰብ ላይ እንዴት መድረስ እንዳለብኝ አላውቅም ነበርና like ይሄ የሆነ አይዲያ ነው የሰጠኝ። እንዴት ምን ሐሳቤን እንዴት አድርጌ in a better way influence ማድረግ እንደምችል እና thank you for ስለ ፕሬዘንስ ስላደረክልኝ ያንን ያለውን የትምህርት ቤቱን የሰቆጣውን ችግር ሁሉም በጣም ያሳዝን ነገር ነውና እኔ በተሻለ ነገር ሁሉ ለመደገፍ
ሞክራለሁ።
እንግዲህ አሁን ይኸውልህ ዛሬ ነው የገባኸውና 200 ሴሽን እናደርሰዋለን ብለን አብረን ድጋሚ እናቅድ ካንተ ጋር። እኔ አሁን 100 ላይ ላቆም ነበር ሀሳብ። አሁን ደግሞ አንተ እንደገና መጥተህ ሴሽኑ የበለጠ ሊቀጥል
ይቻላል ይቻላል።
200 እቅድ እናውጣ። እኔ ከሌለው አንተ ሊድ ታደርጋለህ ሴሽኑ እና አሁን
በጣም ትልቅ
ሰባት ነው ያለሁት። እኔ ለራሴ ቃል ገብቼ ነበረው እስከ 100 ሴሽን ድረስ ልስራ ብዬ እና እነዚህ ደግሞ የሚያግዙ እጆች ከበዙ ያንተ አይነት ለምን 200 አድርገን ደግሞ ለ200 ታርጌት አንሄድም?
ምንም ችግር የለም።
በጣም አሪፍ። በቃ አጀንዳህን በደንብ አስብበትና ኔክስት ታይም እድል ሰጥሃለሁ። በደንብ ታቀርባለህ ምን ልትሰራ እንደፈለግ። ምናልባት የወይነን ፕሮፊት ሆኖ ይመዘገባል ወይ ቢዝነስ ሆኖ ይወጣል ወይ ትምህርት ቤት ይሆናል ወይ ሆስፒታል ይሆናል። whatever you're having in mind, we're very happy to support.
ሹር አይ ጀስት ኢራኒ ያለኝን ነገር ሼር ማድረግ ነው የምፈልገው። በብዛት እንዳልከው አሁን ኢሞሽናሊ ትሬኒንግ አሁን ቅድም ፕሬዘንት ያደረገው ማን ነው? ዮናስ ነው አይደል?
ዮናስ is the best.
እንደዛ አይነት ነገር ልክ እንደዛ አይነት ነገር ዋናው የሰውን አይምሮን ፖዚቲቭ የሆነ ነገር መበገብ በጣም ትልቅ ነገር ነውና አንድ ነገር የተማርኩት እኔም በሶሻል ወርክ ትምህርት እስካሁን ባለኝ ሜይ ላይ ግራጁዌት ማድረግ አብዛኛው ኮርሴን ጨርሻለሁ እና አንድ ነገር የተማርኩት ነገር ምንድነው የማህበረሰብ ለውጥ ፖዚቲቭሊ ለማምጣት ያለህን ነገር ሼር ማድረግ ተገቢ ነው። ማወቁ ብቻ ምንም አውቀው ዝም ማለት ጠቀሜታ የለውም እና እንደዛ አይነት ነገር ብዙ ነገር ተምሬበታለሁ። ያ በተቻለኝ መጠን እንዳልኩ እንትን ላለው ራሴን ኦርጋናይዝ አድርጌ ምን ሐሳብ እንዳለኝ ፕሬዘንት ለማድረግ ሞክራለሁ።
ደስ ይለኛል። ዌልካም በቃ እና this is the best place to start። ይሄ ኮሚኒቲ ከዚህ ቤት ውስጥ አሁን 187 ሰዎች ነው ገብተው የወጡት ዛሬ። አብዛኛው ይሄ ሰው these are not unemployed people። በደንብ እንድታዩ ልምድ ያላቸው ስራ ያላቸው መስጠት የሚችሉ ፓርትነርሺፕ የሚፈልጉ ሰዎች ነው ሊንክድኢን ላይ ያለው።
ተዘከከለ
ምክንያት ሊንክድኢን ላይ ያለው ኮሚኒቲ እና ሌላ ፕላትፎርም ላይ የምታገኘው ይለያል። አሁን እኔ አንተ ጋር እየተነጋገርኩ ቴሌግራምን ክፍት ነው እንደገና ሊንክ ቲክቶክ ላይም አለው። 3 ቦታ ነው እያስተላልኩ እና በጣም ሚኒንግፉል የሆነ ኢንጌጅመንት ሊንክድኢን ላይ ነው ማገኘው እና ለዚህ ነው ብዙ ወጣት እንዲተዋወቅ ወደዛ እንዲመጣም እያረኩ ያለሁት እና አንተም ደግሞ ላይክ ያለህን ኤክስፒሪየንስ ያለህን ልምድ ወደ ማህበረሰቡ ይዘህ እንድትሄድ በተለይ ዲያስፖራ ውስጥ ያለውን አቅም በደንብ መጠቀም ስለምንፈልግ አሜሪካው ራሱ ምን ያህል ትልቅ እንደሆነ ታውቃለህ። ቻይናው ሌላው ዓለም ማዕት ትልልቅ እድሎች አሉና ኢትዮጵያ ደግሞ ኢትዮጵያውያን ያሉበት ሀገር ሁሉ ነው ያለችው። ቦርደሩ ፖለቲካሊ ስናስበው ያ ፖለቲካል ቦርደር ነው እንጂ ኢትዮጵያ is everywhere። እግዚአብሔር ሁሉንም ዓለም ለኛ እኩል ስለፈጠረ ማለት እና ቤታችን ኢትዮጵያ ግን የምንለው ዓለም አቀፍ ብዙ ጉዳዮች ስላሉን እሱንም እንወያያለን። ለዛሬ እዚህ ጋር ጨርሻለሁ። እጅግ ነው ማመሰግናችሁ አብራችሁ ስለነበራችሁ እና 97ኛው ሳምንት በጣም በጥሩ ሁኔታ ተጠናቋል። 187 ሰዎች ናቸው አቴንድ ያደረጉት። አንዳንዶቻችሁ ልክኛ ልንወጣ ስንል ራታችሁን በልታችሁ ምናምን ቀስ ብላችሁ እንደምትመጡ አይተናል። ሌሎች ደግሞ ቀድመው የገቡ አሁን ለራት የሚወጡ አሉ። እኔም ምሳ ሰዓት አልፎ ይኸው 7 ሰዓት ሆኗል። 4 ሰዓት ነው የተቀመጥኩት። 3 ሰዓት ነው የገባሁት ራሱ 1 ሰዓት ቀድሜ ቲክቶክ ላይ ገባው። 4 ሰዓት በእኔ ሰዓት አቆጣጠር ጠዋት የከፈትኩት አሁን ይኸው እስከ 7 ሰዓት ሆኗል ማለት ነው። አሁን ለሌላ ስብሰባ እወጣለሁ። አብራችሁኝ ስለሆናችሁ ስለእውነት እጅግ ነው አመሰግነው። ምክንያቱም ከዚህ ነው የሚጀምረው ከመተዋወቅ መተማመን። ትረስት ኢዝ ኤቭሪቲንግ። እመኑኝ በደንብ ብንተማመን በደንብ ብንግባባ እያንዳንዱ ሰው ጠንካራና ደካማ ጎን ብናውቅ 120 ሚሊዮን ህዝብ ሆነን የማንንም ሀገር እርዳታ እኛ አንፈልግም። አንፎርቹኔትሊ በደንብ ፖቴንሻላችንን ስላልተጠቀምን 5 ሚሊዮን ህዝብ ያለው ሰው 120 ሚሊዮን ህዝብ ላለው ሀገር እርዳታ ይሰጣሉ። ታውቃላችሁ እኛ 120 ሚሊዮን ህዝብ እያለን ነው 5 ሚሊዮን ህዝብ ካላቸው ሀገሮች እርዳታ እየወሰድን። ህዝባችን ወጣታችን በተአምር ይሄን እውነታ መቀበል የለበትም። ኔቨር ሀገሬ ከሌላ ሀገር እርዳታ መውሰድ የለባትም። እኛም ከሌሎች እኩል በ9 ወር ነው የተወለድነው። ቢያንስ ለሌላ መትረፍ ቢያቅተን ለራሳችን ግን አናንስም በሚለው ማይንድሴት መጀመሪያ ግን ሁላችን እጅ ላይ ያለችውን ትንሽዬ መብራት ትንሽዬ ፖቴንሻል አይተን እሷን ካልቲቬት ብናደርግ እርግጠኛ ነኝ ፈጣሪ ደግሞ ማዕት በረከት ነው የሚጨምርልን ማለት ነው። if we go the opposite ሸር ስንሄድ ደግሞ ማዕት ሸር ነው የምናገኘው። I'm very sure የኢትዮጵያ ኮሚኒቲ በደንብ ትረዳላችሁ። we are here to inspire and support each other። ለዛም ነው 97 ሳምንት ድረስ ነው እንጂ ቶሎ ነበር የሚቋረጠው። ሴሽኑ ጠቃሚ ባይሆን 90 ሳምንት አይመጣምና ብዙ ስራ እንሰራለን። በድጋሜ እንኳን አብራችሁን ሆናችሁ እግዚአብሔር ይስጥልን፣ የሳምንት ሰው ይበለን። ሻርፕ 12 ሰዓት ቅዳሜ እንገናኝ። ሜንተርሺፕ ውስጥ ያላችሁ ዓርብ ዕለት የኢትዮጵያ እንትን ቴሌግራም ላይ መግባት እንዳትረሱ። መጽሐፍ እየጻፋችሁ ያላችሁ 6ኛው ሳምንት ነው የምንጀምረው። 92 ሰዎች አካባቢ ደርሰዋል። ለመጀመሪያ ጊዜ ዘ ቢገስት ኮሚኒቲ በአንድ ጊዜ መጽሐፍ አብሮ እየጻፈ የጀመረ በአንድ ዓመት ጊዜ የሚጨርስ የኢትዮጵያ ውስጥ ጀምረናል። የዛሬ ዓመት ለኢትዮጵያ አዲስ ዓመት ዋዜማ በአንድ ምሽት 50 አካባቢ መጽሐፍት ለንባብ ሲደርሱ ታያላችሁ። እና የማያነብ ትውልድ ደግሞ እንደምታውቁት ነው፣ የተነገረ ይረሳል፣ የተጻፈ ይወረሳል እንደሚባለው በጣም ዘላቂ ነገር ማድረግ ስንፈልግ የሚያስተውል ትውልድ መፍጠር ስንፈልግ እንዲጽፉና እንዲያነቡ ነው የምናበረታታው ማለት ነው። እና አስፓይሪንግ ቡክ ራይተርስ ክለብ መግባት የምትፈልጉ ከሆነ አሁንም በሩ ክፍት ነው። በሳምንት ማክሲመም 3 ፔጅ ነው የምንጽፈው። ለ50 ሳምንት ላይ 150 ገጽ ተጽፏል። this is a chance ስለ እናታችን፣ ስለ አባት፣ ስለ አያት ያልጻፍነውን የራሳችን ስቶሪ ያሳለፍነውን ኤክስፒሪየንስ ምንመኘውን ምኞት የምንጽፍበት አጋጣሚ ጥሪው ደርሷቸዋል። እድሉን ተጠቀሙ። የኢትዮጵያ ቴሌግራም ግሩፕ አስፓይሪንግ ቡክ ራይተርስ ክለብ አለ። ይሄ ጥሪ ለሁላችሁም ስለ እናት፣ ስለ አባት፣ ስለ አያት፣ ስለ ዘመዶቻችን የየቀን ያልተጻፈ እያንዳንዱ ኢትዮጵያዊ አንዳንድ መጽሐፍ እንዳለው ነው የምረዳው። ስቶሪ ስሰማ ብዙ ኢትዮጵያዊ when they speak resilience ያለፉበት ችግርን የተቋቋሙበት መንገድ የሚገርም ነው ያለው፣ የሚገርም ማለት ነው። እኔ አንድ ሊደርሺፕ ትሬኒንግ ላይ ከ30 ኢትዮጵያውያን ጋር አብሬ ትሬኒንግ አቴንድ አድርጌ እያንዳንዱ ሰው ተነስቶ በተናገረ ቁጥር አታምኑም what people have been going through። እያንዳንዱ ሰው ኢትዮጵያውያን የሬዚሊየንስ ምሳሌ ነን። እኛ ሬዚሊየንስ የሚነውን ኖረነዋል፣ መቋቋም ማለት ነው። ተቋቁሞ ለችግር ሳንበገር ማለፍ ስንት አይነት ስቶሪ ትሰማላችሁ እያንዳንዱ ኢትዮጵያዊ ቤት ውስጥ ያለው። ያው እንደዚህ ስንታይ ምናልባት ፋሽኑን ፊታችንን ወር ልብሳችን ነው እየታየ ያለ። ስቶሪያችንን ብንነግር ግን ማዕት ትውልድ ከኛ ይማራል። እና እባካችሁ ጆይን አድርጉ። ረቂቅ የምትይኝ ጉዳይ አለ? ረቂቅ አስገብቼሻለሁ።
በጣም አመሰግናለሁ ነው ምለው። ብዙ ምለው ነገር የለኝም። እጅግ በጣም ደስ ብሎኛል ስለተሳተፍኩኝ። ሁልጊዜ ስመጣ አይ ቲንክ ጥቂት ጊዜ ተሳትፌያለሁ፣ ለመስማት ሞክሬያለሁ። በጣም ኢንስፓየርድ ሆኜ ነው እኔ ራሴ ተምሬ ነው የምሄደው ከምትለውና አሁን ራሱ ካልከው I was thinking መጻፍ እችላለሁ እኔ መጻፍ እችላለሁ ብዬ አስቤ አላውቅም። ግን ይቻላል ማለት ነው አሁን አንተ ከምትናገረውና ጆይን እያረኩኝ ነበር። አሁን እንደውም ወደ ቴሌግራም ገጽ ሄጄና በጣም አንድ ነገር ተማርኩኝ ማለት ነው። መጻፍ ይቻላል ማለት ነው የራስን ስቶሪ። so yeah, it's very encouraging. Thank you.
መሰለሽ ረቂቅ ዩኒክ ስቶሪ አለ። እመኚኝ አንቺ የምትጽፊው መጽሐፍ ማንም አይጽፈውም። የአንቺ ታሪክ ኮምፕሊትሊ ዩኒክ ነው እና የሄድሽበትን ጆርኒ እስከዛሬ የሰራሽውን በጣም የማይመቹ አሉ ላይክ ስራ ላይ or ሪፖርት ላይ ማናስቀምጣቸው ግን if we take the time and write like how እንዴት ነው ለምሳሌ ግሪን ሲን ሀሳብ ጀምሮ እዚህ የደረሰው። ፖድካስቱም አይበቃሽም። if somebody invited you ለአንድ ፖድካስት የአንቺን ስቶሪ ብቻ ነው መስራት ያለበት። ምክንያቱም መቆረጥ የሌለባቸው ታሪኮች አሉ ለሰዓት ብለን የምንቆርጣቸው ማለት ነው። ይሄ ምን ላይ ይቀመጣል? መጽሐፍ ላይ ሲሆን ነው የሚያምረው። አንደኛ ፐርሰናል ተች ይኖረው። ሁለተኛ ነገር if you connect it to your childhood, to your mom and your dad and like እኔ የኔ አያት ነበሩ like እኛ ቤት እንግዲህ አሁን ስንቶቻችን ነው ለአያቶቻችን ጋር የመሆን እድል ያለን? ልጆቼ ስለኔ አያት የሚያውቁት ከጻፍኩላቸው ነው እንጂ የለችም ባይሆን ልታወራቸው ልትነግራቸው አትችልም። ያን ሰው ከሷ የተማርኳቸው ነገሮች ከአያቶቼ የሰማኋቸው ካልተጻፉ there is no way I can share this to the public ቦሪንግ ይሆናል ሲጀምር እና ሁለተኛ ነገር በጣም ክሪቲካል ትውልድ ነው የሚፈጥረው። መጽሐፍ ማንበብ የሚያስተውል ሰው ነው የሚሆነው። ላይክ ኮንተንት ያላቸው ሰዎች ነው የምንፈጥረው በምንጽፈው። ሙቪ ምናምን ቁጭ ብለን ልናይ እንችላለን። ማንበብ የሚሰጠን ስነ ስርዓትና ሙቪ ላይ የምናየው ይለያል እና እኔ በጣም ቤኔፊት ስላደረኩ በተለይ ገጠር አካባቢ ላሉ ቴክኖሎጂ አክሰስ ማያደርግ ሰው ሁላችንም ደግሞ ከመጽሐፍት ጋር አድርገን ቁጭ ብለን ከብዙ እንትን ስትረስም ነው ላይክ ሪሊፍ የሚሰጠን እና ኤኒዌይስ እኔ I can't like tell you enough ለምን መጽሐፍ እንዳለባቸው አደራ don't worry about you are not going to be like the best artist in the country ያ አይደለም አላማው። እኔ መጽሐፍ ያለብኝ ስቶሪ አለ። የአባቴን ታሪክ እኔ ካልጻፍኩ ማን ነው የሚጽፈው ነው? because he is not that like big ማህበረሰቡ የሚያየው ሰው አይደል። እሱን ታሪክ አይጽፉትም። እኔ ካልጻፍኩኝ ማንም የረታ አለማየሁን ታሪክ አይጽፍም። የኔን እናት ታሪክ እኔ ካልጻፍኩ ማን ነው የሚጽፈው? እሺ ጉዳዩ እዛ ጋር ነው። የታሪክ ተጠያቂነትና አደራ አለብን። የትውልድ ለትውልድ ቅብብሎች መስጠት ማለት ነው። የኛ ልጆች ከሁሉ በላይ የኔ መጽሐፍ እጅግ ቫልዩ አድርጎ የሚያነቡት የኔ ልጆች ነው። እኔ ስጽፍ ልጆቼን የልጅ ልጆቼን አስቤ ነው የምጽፈው። ያልተወለዱት የሆነ ታይም ይጠይቃሉ ከየት ነው የመጣ ነው ይላሉ። because I did ask this question and I didn't get it። በደንብ ማወቅ ፈለኩ። ከዚህ ሀገር መጡ ምናምን የሚለው ነገር አይደለም። እንዴት ነበር የሚያስቡት? ምንድን ነበር አእምሯቸው ውስጥ ያለው? ምን ኤክስፒሪየንስ አደረጉ? ለምሳሌ የኔ እናት አንድ ስቶሪ ልንገራችሁ። የኔ እናት በጠልፋ ነው እኛን የወለደችው 8 ልጆች ሲያገባት በጥልፊያ። አንድም ቀን ግን ስለ ጥልፊያ ክፉ ነገር ስትናገር አላየሁም ቤት ውስጥ። ዋይ በዛ ዘመን የነበረው way of thinking በዛሬ በጣም የሚያስቀጣው እነሷና የኔ አባት kind of በሷ ዊሊንግነስ ነው እሱ የጠለፋት ማለት ለማህበረሰቡ እንትን ለመሆን like respectful ለመሆን ዝም ብላ ሄደች እንዳትባል ይሄ እንትን ስላለ ሼም ስላለው ማለት ነው። ከዛ ለካ እሷ ፍላጎት ነበራት ጥልፊያው like for a lot of the reasons ሰርግ ማድረግ አይችሉም ነው። ከዛ እንዴት ነው ምናምን ስለ እንዴ ትዳር እኮ ያስፈልገኛል እናንተን ያገኘሁት እኮ ከዚህ ቤት ውስጥ ነው ያለችኝ ማለት ነው። ምን ያህል ማህበረሰብ like ለየራሱን way of life እንዴት አድርጎ እንደሚሻገር ማለት እና ያ like ልጆች ይሄንን ሲሰሙ ፊታቸው ላይ የማነበው ይለያል። ጽፌላቸዋለሁ፣ አንብበውታል። እኔ ትልቁ my audience is my children። እንደዛ አርጋችሁ ጻፉ አደራ። እዚህ ቤት ውስጥ ያላችሁት ቤተሰቦች ለትውልድ ነው የምትተርፉት። ታሪካችሁን ጻፉ፣ የቤተሰባችሁን ታሪክ ጻፉ፣ ግን ፖዚቲቭ ነገር ጻፉ ደግሞ አደራ። ምክንያቱም ማት ሳድ ስቶሪ አለ። ለትውልድ የሚቀርብ ቂም ደግሞ እንዳንጽፍ አደራ። ያርጎ ከሌን እንዲበድሉ አይነት ነገር እንዳትጽፉ አደራ። ምክንያቱም በቃ እንትን እንዳይፋቅ አረግ ነው ማለት የተጻፈ ይወረሳል። ምንድን ነው የሚባለው? በቀል እንዲወራረስ አደረግን ማለት እሷን ብቻ ዋርኒንግ አድርጌም ሰጠው እንትኔ ናት። when we write we make sure we write positive stories። thank you so much እጅግ አመሰግናለሁ። ሴሽኑ አልቋል። ሳምንት ሰው ይበለን። በጣም አመሰግናለሁ። እጅግ ደስ ብሎኛል በእውነት በጣም። ሊንክድኢኑን ዘግቼዋለሁ። ቲክቶክ ላይ ያላችሁት እርግጠኛ ነኝ አንድም ሰው ቢሆን ቢያንስ እያዳመጠኝ ያለው አለ። እርግጠኛ ነኝ ወንድሜ አንድ ታምሳ ሰጠኝ ደስ ይለኛል። እርግጠኛ ነኝ የትውልድ ልጆች ቺን ውይይት ያመሰግናሉ ማለት ነው። ምናልባት ዛሬ በሰማኸው ትጽፍ they are going to love እና ይሄን ለማለት ፈልጋለሁ። እግዚአብሔር ይስጥልኝ። አመሰግናለሁ ሁላችሁም ስላዳመጣችሁኝ፣ ሼር ስላደረጋችሁ፣ ላይክ ስላደረጋችሁ እና it's not about like ማትሱ አቴንድ የማድረግ ወር ምናምን አይደለም። እሺ ፖይንቱ ምን ያህል ቫልዩ አለ የሚናገረው ነገር ውስጥ ነው። ቫልዩን ብቻ በደንብ ብታዩልን ያ እኔ ማአት ነገሮች ገይን አድርጌያለሁ። ሰዎች ከጻፏቸው ከአሁኑ አጠገቤ ያሉ መጽሐፍትን ባሳያችሁ ከነኚህ በጣም ብዙ ነገሮች ነው ገይን ያደረኩት። ዛሬ የምታዩትን እንትኖች all these books እነኚህ ሰዎች ያስቀመጧቸው ስቶሪዎች ናቸው እኛን ቢውልድ ያደረጉት ማለት ነው። ከአምላክ ቀጥሎ ከቤተሰቦቻችን ቀጥሎ የእውቀትን መንገድ ያሳዩን ሰዎች ናቸው ዛሬ እንድንደርስ ያደረጉን እና እኛ ደግሞ ለሚቀጥለው ትውልድ የማድረግ የሳይኮሎጂ ኃላፊነት ሙያዊና ሰብአዊ ግዳጅ አለብን። ቴንክ ዩ ጋይስ አመሰግናለሁ ስለሰማችሁኝ። ቴሌግራም ላይ ያላችሁትም የተወሰናችሁት ውይይቱ እንዳያመልጣችሁ ማድረግ ችያለሁ። ሊንክዲን ላይ ግቡ ለሌላ ጊዜ የቴሌግራሙ የራሱ ሌላ ፕሮግራም ስላለው ማለት ነው። እግዚአብሔር ይስጥልኝ እናንተንም አመሰግናለሁ። My brother Zola. Where is Zola? Bring Jara. ጎበዝ ዞላ እኮ በጣም ጎበዝ ነው። ቀደም እንደሻና ደህና ነሽ ወይ? ተጠፋፋና መሀል ላይ ኢትስ ኦኬ ያ ዊ ካን ቶክ ለትንሽ ሰዓት አለኝ እና